Are we streaming or not? Click on this. Click on this. Scroll that forward. Oh, we're streaming. All right. Made me nervous. So it's senior night here at Memorial Stadium, and we've got the seniors being recognized for the football team, managers, the band, the cheer. We're going to pause and let PA announcer Jerry Falling give you the rest of the senior night festivities. We'll be back to talk more about this football game in just a moment. This is Savage Football live stream on YouTube. Her future plans are to attend Southern Arkansas University, get a degree in early childhood education. Haley Colbert. Next senior is Ryan Alexander Brooks Contreras. He is a member of the Savage Pride, and he's being escorted by Lisa Contreras and Lucas Hooks Contreras. His future plans are to attend the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma to obtain a bachelor's degree in art with a teacher certification. Ryan Alexander Hooks Contreras. Next senior is Cadence Dean. Member of the Savage Pride Marching Band, she's being escorted by her parents, Sonia Samuel and Brian Dean, and her lifelong friend, Haley Stewart. Her future plans are to graduate from the welding program at Taimyshi Tech, which will provide her with the skills and certifications needed to work in the welding field. After she graduates from Taimyshi Tech, she plans to take her skills and travel the country working on pipelines. Cadence Dean. Next senior is Dylan Humphrey. As a member of the Savage Pride Marching Band, he is being escorted by Keith and Chelsea Humphrey. His future plans are to attend Southern Arkansas State University and become a dietitian. Dylan Humphrey. Next senior is Anthony Houston. He is a member of the Savage Pride Marching Band. He is being escorted by his grandpa, Johnny Wyatt, and his sister, Harper Lovey. Future plans are to attend Southern Arkansas University and major in exercise science to become a physical therapist. Anthony Houston. Next senior is Mackenzie Houston. She is a member of the Savage Pride Marching Band. She is being escorted by her mother, Misha Wyatt, and her sister, Katie Lovey. Her future plans are to attend the Paris Junior College and to become a medical surgical technician. Mackenzie Houston. Next senior is Alexis Stevens. They're being escorted tonight by Carla Hill and Chris Stevens. Future plans are to go to the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. She wants to earn her bachelor's degree in business administration. Alexis Stevens. Next senior is Kyra Wimberly. She is a member of the Savage Pride Marching Band, escorted tonight by Monica Wimberly. Her future plans are to go to Texas Southern University to get her bachelor's degree in criminal justice and become a CSI. Kyra Wimberly. Next senior is Courtney Wood. She is a member of the Savage Pride Band, and she is being escorted tonight by Keith Wood and Christy Wood. Her future plans are to attend Washington Baptist University and pursue a degree in music education. Courtney Wood. Next senior is Prasad James. Being escorted tonight by Cassandra Cottrell and Christopher Cottrell. Future plans for Prasad is to go to OSU to study mechanical engineering and perform in their marching band. Prasad James. Winslow Perez is a senior or is a member of the Savage Pride Marching Band. He's being escorted tonight by Raul Perez and Chelsea Roberts. Future plans are to attend college and get a degree for music. Lorenzo Perez. Next senior is Miss Graceland Medic. She's being escorted tonight by Ashley Medic and her siblings. Her future plans are to attend Southern Arkansas University and earn a bachelor's degree. Graceland Medic. Next senior is Vida Morales. She is a member of the Color Guard. And she's being escorted by Sergio Ruiz, Isaac Ruiz, and Olga Ruiz. Future plans are to go to college and study the medical field to one day become a nurse. Vida Morales. Next senior is Grace Porter. She's a member of the Savage Pride Band, and she's been escorted tonight by Matthew and Nicole Dickerson, Eric Porter. Her future plans are to attend Oklahoma State University, where she will earn a Bachelor of Science in Child and Family Services with a focus on human development and family science. Grace Porter. Our final member of the band and color guard senior group is Nina Ramirez. She's been escorted by Alejandro Ramirez and Vicky Ramirez. The future plans are to graduate and go to college for business, accounting to open up future business. Ms. Nina Ramirez. Senior Miss Grace Porter. She's a member of the Savage Pride Band, and she's been escorted by Matthew and Nicole Dickerson and Eric Porter. Her plans are to attend Oklahoma State University, where we will earn a Bachelor of Science in Child and Family Services with a focus on human development and family science. Next group of seniors are from our cheer squad. Our first senior is Miss Claire Burris. She's being escorted by Brad and Tracy Burris. Future plans are to continue her education at a university of her choosing, pursue a degree in business administration and marketing. Claire's goal is to let her light shine throughout her life as a constant reminder of the love Jesus shows towards her. It's Claire Burris. Our next senior tonight is Miss Claire Dees. She is being escorted by Brandy Dees and also escorting her tonight in memory of her father, Trooper Nicholas Dees, our troopers Chris Dennis, Brad Dansby, Hunter Lawson, Timothy Kirk, Preston Moreland, Jake Phillips, Jeff Morris, Jake Bingleton, and Joe Jefferson. Claire's future plans are to attend Southeastern Oklahoma State University and continue her cheer career. Claire Dees. Next senior is Addison Kate Hammonds. Tonight we celebrate cheer captain Addison Kate Hammonds. She's proudly escorted by her parents, Ricky and Amy Hammonds. Addison's future shines bright as she plans to cheer for the OSU Cowboys while pursuing a degree in animal science at Oklahoma State University with the dreams of becoming a veterinarian. Addison Kate Hammonds. Our next senior is Mariah Sargent. She's being escorted tonight by Chad Michelle Sargent. Future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma, become a pediatric nurse practitioner. Mariah Sargent. Next group of seniors are from your Savage dance team. Skyland Sote. She's being escorted by her parents, Linda and Randy Sote, and her siblings, Marley, Hayden, Brooklyn, and Taylor. Her future plans to go to college to BSN and dance at a collegiate level, and hopefully open her own dance studio in the future. Ms. Skyland Soap. Ms. Kyla Kusher. She's being escorted tonight by Annette Kusher and Pete Kusher. Future plans are to attend UCO to become a forensic psychologist. Ms. Kyla Kusher. Next senior is Ms. Corey Kemp. She's being escorted tonight by Kelly and Lynn Kemp. Her future plans are to attend Paris Junior College to get a degree in diagnostic medical sonography. Ms. Corey Kemp. Next seniors will be from the softball team. Our first senior is Ms. Haley Brantley. As a member of the softball team, she's also a captain of the dance team. She's being escorted tonight by Daniel and Taylor Brantley. Her future plans are to run track for Washita Tigers at Washita Baptist University, pursue a degree in sports medicine. Ms. Haley Brantley. Next senior is Ms. Kennedy Britton. She is the daughter of Gerald Britton and Kendra Joyner. She's being escorted by Gerald Britton and April Joyner. Her plans are to attend college while participating in the women's track and field team, while also obtaining a degree in speech pathology. Ms. Kennedy Britton. The next senior is Leah Carney. She's being escorted by Pete and Tina Carney. Her future plans are to attend Seminole State College to further her education, to play softball for the Lady Trojans, where she will be majoring in nursing. Ms. Leah Carney. Next senior is Miss Rayleigh Gaston. She is being escorted by her wonderful parents, Ray and Lindsay Gaston. Her future plans are to attend Northeastern State University, where she will major in speech pathology. She is also excited to have accepted an offer to play women's basketball at NSU as a Lady Riverhawk. Miss Rayleigh Gaston. Next senior is Miss Jackson Glasson. She is being escorted tonight by Clint Shauna Glasson. Future plans are to attend Connor State College to play softball while pursuing a degree of her choice. Miss Jackson Glasson. Next senior is Miss Caitlin Marshall. She's being escorted tonight by Carolyn Marshall. Her future plans are to attend the university of her choosing and earn her degree in radiology technology. Ms. Caitlin Marshall. Our final softball senior is Ms. Emery Noah. She is being escorted tonight by her brother Tyler James and her mom, Janet James. Her future plans are to attend college and major in pharmacy. Ms. Emery Noah. Next senior tonight is the manager of the football team, Ms. Miley Trent. Miley is being escorted tonight by Tyson and Tandy Trent. Her future plans are to attend the University of Oklahoma to pursue a degree in physical education with a minor in coaching and a master's degree in athletic training. Ms. Miley Trent. Now the seniors, Junior Savage football team. Our first senior is Mr. Jaden Allen. He's being escorted by his mom, Amanda Winship, and his sister, Lisa Stansberry. His future plans are to go to college and get out of town after high school. Mr. Jaden Allen. Our next senior is Mr. Rocky Baker. He's being escorted by his dad, Shane Baker, and his little brother, Taylor Baker. His Future plans are to go to college, become an entrepreneur, and to be successful in life. Rocky Baker. Next senior tonight is Mr. Quinlan Bailey. He's being escorted by his parents, Robin Pierce and Billy Bailey. Future plans are to continue his football career through college, where he will pursue a degree in electrical engineering. Quinlan Bailey. Next senior is Mr. Kaplan Burris. He's being escorted tonight by Natasha Kruger, his mom, and Hickman Burris, Jr., his dad. His future plans are to be an astronaut and a financial investor. Kaplan Burris. Next senior is Mr. Jacob Champagne. He's being escorted tonight by Cindy Hayes and Travis Hayes, and Paul Champagne and Laura Champagne. His future plans to go to trade school and become an electrician. Jacob Champagne. Next senior is Tyler Cupid. Tyler's being escorted by Bradley and Tanya Cupid, and his future plans are to play football, college football, and travel the world. Tyler Cupid. Next senior is Corey Alexander Frazier. He is being escorted tonight by his mom, Jamie, and his dad, Shamar Smith, and his doc, Wanda Young and Kevin Frazier. His future plans are to become an electrician, working for his uncle, Kevin Frazier, owner of Frazier Electric, in hopes of one day following his uncle's footsteps and starting his own electrical business. Corey Alexander Frazier. Next senior is Mr. Reese Hoover. He's being escorted tonight by Justin and Crystal Hoover. Future plans are to complete the Warren Cat University program to become a diesel mechanic. Reese Hoover. Next senior is Mr. Corey Nocum. Tonight, Corey is being escorted by Alicia Huskins. Corey's future plans are to continue his career in the Army. Mr. Corey Nocum. Next senior is Mr. Jonathan Swartz. He's been escorted by his father, Louis Schwartz, and his mother, Carla Schwartz. His future plans are to attend Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri. He has been accepted to study computer science. He hopes to use the way he sees the world to make life better for everyone. Jonathan Schwartz. Next senior is Mr. Victor Silva. He's being escorted tonight by Erica Silva and Jorge Silva. His future plans are to go to OSU IT and study pipeline integrity. Victor Silva. And our final senior tonight, Mr. Tyron Hero. He's being escorted tonight by LaDonna Ward, Hubby Bella Hero, and the late Angelo Hero. His future plans are to travel the world well and have a closer relationship with God. Mr. Tyron Hero. Ladies and gentlemen, class 2025.
Well, there they are, Chris. A lot of outstanding students in that lineup right there. What a wonderful moment that was for Claire Dees.
Oh man, yeah, entire troop. That's true. Well, with the exception of Rocky Green, who has an injury.
Yeah, Rocky's out with an injury.
Yeah, but that's her father's troop, and so showing up.
One former Savage in that group, Joe Jefferson, was out there.
Yeah, Rocky would be too.
Rocky would have been the second. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, if you listen to, well, you see accomplished students they have, but one of the things that they didn't mention, because it's literally just a short introduction, but Kaplan Burris is now a state champion.
Oh, he is. Oh, that's right. In
Esports,
that's
yes,
right.
they won the state championship.
Sure is.
A
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago, and also we have. I know that I don't know. I don't think she was selected for the All-State cheer team, but Kate Hammonds was all region and did compete in the All-State cheer, and you got to see the cheerleading team.
I did. Yeah, they're fantastic. They compete tomorrow in the game day competition. It's a really wonderful routine. We've got we've got a lot of things going on, but this is what's really interesting to us right here. So this is a passing of the spirit sticks from the class of 2025 to the class of 2037. So the kindergartners at Dirks Elementary are with the seniors, and they're passing their spirit sticks to the kindergartners, so the Savage spirit gets to live on.
That is awesome. What a great tradition to start. And this is the first time they've done this, right?
This is the inaugural. So we've had Moms of Fall, we've had Dads and Decals, and here we have the passing of the spirit stick. So we've got some new traditions here that the Savage football program is beginning, and I think they're wonderful. I think this is all about family.
I tell you, it's a rather dark night as far as the weather goes, but it is a bright future for Broken Bow as a school and in all their athletic and extracurricular programs. Just fantastic what we've done here tonight. Well, we're going to switch gears and look at our opponent on the football field.
We'll keep the camera on this spirit stick, but we need to talk about a football game. Let's talk about this playoff game, or play-in game, rather. This is basically a game where the winner goes to the playoffs and the loser probably doesn't. There is one kind of wild scenario where McLean beats Hilldale and we lose by 2 points or less and we still make the playoffs, but that's pretty wild to think about. Really, what's probably more likely is this game is you win and you're in, you lose and you practice basketball next week.
Yeah, not only if you win, you're in, but Broken Bow will be playing here next week. If they win, they are the second place team in District 4A4. Ada Cougars, of course, the only 6-1 after their victory last night over Sallisaw, so they would be the district champions. But Broken Bow has a chance to play another home game and also avoid having to play a Wagner or a Grove.
You and I watched that game last night, I know, and I think we watched different live streams.
Yeah, I watched the Sallisaw version, and you watched the Poteau version, I believe.
So, no, I watched the Ada version.
I mean, the Ada version, sorry.
So, but I would imagine
there was no Poteau version.
I would imagine we have some Black Diamonds tuned in tonight, probably rooting against us.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Because if we lose, they are automatically in second place in the district. So I'm sure they're rooting for us to lose, but that's not our plan, obviously.
Yeah, and it just we've actually put up the. Obviously, if we win, we're in, and we're not only in, we are the second place team in the district.
That's correct.
But if we lose and Hilldale wins, we are out. We are not in the playoffs because it goes to a tiebreaker. Sallisaw would then be the second place team in District 4A4. They were the only ones with 2 losses. Then it becomes a 3-way tie for the last 2 spots. Three lost teams.
Yeah.
And we lose the obviously if we lost tonight, we'd lose the head-to-head to Poteau, and then we would have also lost to McLean.
It wouldn't matter, though, because Hilldale would still be in the mix if McLean beats them. So it's a 4-way tie. It goes to tiebreaker. And the only scenario in which we make it is if we lose by 2 points or less, which would include an overtime loss. So if this game goes to overtime, even if we lose, we're probably still in the playoffs.
That's true. And if you don't know, that Hilldale Sallisaw game last week was it was an overtime game.
I think that was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, that's right. It was an overtime game. So in the tiebreaker, they only get 2 points. Let's talk about again. This is senior night here, so we came on early.
You want to put on the keys to the game, or you want to continue to watch what's on the screen?
Let's listen to what Jerry has to say. This is important.
As we stand united in the heart of our beloved historic stadium, we invite the Broken Bow High School class of 2025 to begin your walk to the center of the field. These remarkable seniors have embodied the spirit of our community, and today they will pass the symbolic spirit sticks to the eager and bright-eyed members of the class of 2037 currently attending kindergarten at Derrick's Elementary. Class of 2037 kindergartners, would you please walk forward? This ceremony is more than just a symbolic gesture. It represents the vital importance of safeguarding our savage traditions. It's an opportunity to pass on our love, enthusiasm, values, and unwavering loyalty to the Broken Bow Way. As these seniors hand over spirit sticks, they're not just transferring a physical object, they're igniting a flame of inspiration and pride in the hearts of our youngest savages. They are ensuring that our legacy lives on from the seasoned seniors to the bright futures ahead of our kindergartners. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's cheer them on. Let's celebrate the bond between generations. And together, we'll continue to uphold the traditions that Broken Bow the proud community is. Class of 2025, it's your time. Class of 2037, please continue to carry the torch of our legacy forward. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, there you go. A sweet ceremony.
Fantastic. Again, of course, they pass. Again, it is the passing of the torch. You want to pass a spirit stick because you really don't want to give 30 or 45-year-olds some open flame, even on a night like tonight.
Let's not teach them how to play with matches. But,
yeah. Anyway, a great ceremony. Let's. It's part of the tradition here, as is this Savage football team. Let's talk about
the spirit has been passed. So let's talk about the keys to the game here. See if we can continue the spirit on the field tonight. So, Chris, you put this together. So let's talk about this this graphic that we see on the screen.
Well, yeah, that top one is absolutely a necessity. You have to win the turnover, but that's what is really cost. Again, we were outplayed by Ada, but we didn't start off well. I mean, when you start off and you turn the ball over and get points, you get yourself in a 3-touchdown hole. You cannot do that. Same thing happened against McLean. They gave the ball to us. We gave it right back. And so you've got to win that turnover battle, especially on a night like tonight. Thank goodness it is not raining right now. Maybe staying dry for the football game, but it is wet. That field is soaked. It's been out there. If you're in Broken Bow watching this, all day it's been raining. And so you're going to have to take care of the football and then try to take opportunities to knock it out of your opponent's hands or be ready to jump on it.
Well, Savages were +7 at one point in this season going into the Hilldale game. Since then, in these last 3 outings, they've evened that up, and we're dead even. So we're neither winning nor losing the turnover battle this year. So that means we're -7 over the last 3 weeks, and that's not a good statistic.
No, and that's something hopefully we can do. Although with the way that Poteau plays, I mean, they're a ball control. They do not throw the ball unless absolutely necessary. They will run the ball.
Well, and you talked about the weather conditions, but really, you and I both walked the field. The shoes are going to be soaked by the end of the first series. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Your shoes and socks are soaked, and so it's a ground and pound kind of game. That kind of favors them. We obviously like to toss the ball around. We'd like, but in fairness, that's going to help both teams defensively, honestly. So really what we have to do, first of all, is tackle better. And then that's one of your keys to the game is if you watched the McLean game last week, as you and I were in person there, we were as poor on the tackling end as we've been all season long, including back in those games early when we were giving up big touchdowns. But in fairness, we were missing a couple of key ingredients to our defense as well. So we'll see. Those guys are going to be back out there tonight. And A.J. Brandon and Quinlan Bailey I'm talking about, they will both be on the field at least to start the game. So we'll see if we can contain this Poteau offense.
Yeah, sure tackling, especially the way that they play, because this is not a team that is going to depend, and when I say this, that Poteau is not a team that's going to rely on, hey, let's bust open some big, long plays. They are going to run for 3, 4, 5 yards per down, but that's per carry, but that's their offense. They do that. They scored on, I believe, possessions of they were all in double figures, like 10 plays, 15 plays, 18 play drives. And what that does is that keeps you, if you can't stop them, that keeps your offense off the field, the explosive Broken Bow offense. And so we're going to have to tackle them. We're going to have to try to shut them down.
A couple of things that coaches always look at are, number one, the drives, right? So they're looking at the number of possessions they had and how many plays they were able to conduct in those as opposed to what the opponent did. What do we have here? national anthem. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once because I don't want to step on the national anthem, but I lost my train of thought there, Chris. But really, the point of it is that we're trying to take away their possessions. We're trying to maintain the time of possession on the clock, and we've got to tackle them and get them off the field, right? So that's really the keys. What you have, keep churning on offense means get them off the field when they're on offense, and we possess the ball, move the chains, whatever it takes to keep moving down the field.
And defensively, I put defensive in parentheses in game because it is going to be hopefully a big game for Kyler Cupid and for Jared Allen. If Allen and Cupid get in there and make those tackles, then that will shut them down. They like to run off tackle, they like to use misdirection, but they will be coming at those two guys. We are about to have the national anthem.
Let's pause for it.
Thank you. And now if you will continue standing and please direct your attention to the east end zone. As your Broken Bow Showtime Choir honors America, those serving in our armed forces, our veterans, and first responders with the singing of our national anthem.
It's the Broken Bow Showtime Choir with the national anthem, great version under the direction of Mrs. Kimberly Thomas. And once again, just a terrific. All of the activities really in the school, the arts, the FFA, FCCLA. I mean, really, what we're seeing out of all of them are just excellence right now. It's a wonderful time to be a part of Broken Bow Schools.
Yeah, I noticed that. Actually, in the Beachconnect, the Choctaw Nation newspaper, there's an article about two Choctaw tribal member FFA students who traveled to Washington. One of them's from Broken Bow. It's just tremendous every aspect. I'd like to again, we'd like to continue that dominance that we have had at home. Now, the dominance does not extend to the Poteau Pirates, however. We have lost them last year 50-13, although they did have Dax Collins, and that's a huge difference. It's a much different team you'll see this year without that outstanding running back who's now at the University of Tulsa, I believe, who had a big win the other night, by the way. But the Savages are going to have to shut them down defensively. We talked about the defensive ends being able to do that. But the other thing on offense is you've got to be able to just keep pounding away at them and keep grinding. And when I say that, I mean literally keep moving your legs when you have the ball. Keep moving your legs when you're trying to block because people are going to be slipping in the mud. It's going to be the way that Poteau moves right up the center of the field. If you look at when they come out in formation, they will have either 10 or all 11 of their players less than 15 feet from the ball. And that chews up the middle of that field. And so you just kind of have to stay with it. And pursue defensively, pursue from the backside because they throw a toss sweep, but it's not one of those wide open ones. They like to cut it back inside, and so the backside defensive end may get several tackles, but it's going to be one of those games. I guess the analogy would be in horse racing, Skip, where you have a mutter, which is a horse that can maybe not as good on a dry track, but is really good in a muddy track, and because of their offense, Poteau has a little advantage in a game where the field's wet. But that also may cause you to slip down if you're pursuing out to the corner or trying to cover a receiver. And so the Savages, especially since now it's not raining at the moment, keep your fingers crossed, but may have an advantage if they can get some people loose on the corners or loose downfield.
I agree, Chris. It's a night for the Savages really to just play contain, do what they need to do on offense to move the chains, and tackle. Get them on the ground. Get them off the field. That's really the key to this. Let's take a break. We'll run some commercials here for our annual media. What's that? 2-minute break, please. And so we'll be back with more Savage football in just a moment. This is Savage Livestream on YouTube.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services, such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
When I share my story, it's about more than building an inspirational space for artists. I represent the creative spirit of the nation, the Choctaw Nation. I am our history.
I am our culture.
I am our vision.
I am
all of us. Because our stories make us more.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on here. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Jennifer Broadus, State Farm Insurance. Visit our new location at 1605 South Park Drive, 580-584-9184.
And welcome back to the top Memorial Stadium here on senior night. See our captains at midfield for the coin toss. Sophomore quarterback Graydon Howell in uniform along with senior linebacker Quinlan Bailey tonight. Both of those guys were injured in last week's game, but they are suited out and ready to start the game tonight. We'll see how well they can play given the injuries that they have. Number 63 in the middle there is Kyler Cupid. Had an outstanding season. He's a senior defensive end and the offensive lineman. Really having a wonderful year as a senior. Hope these guys get a few more games. And the other one is a junior, Sky Baker. He's a free safety and a wide out. Poteau has won the toss, and they want the ball. So that's goes a counter to Maverick Lang's typical game plan. So we're going to play defense first. We'll see if we can pin these Poteau Pirates back and stop them on this first possession, Chris.
That even increases the necessity of trying to shut down that offense. But that goes into their game plan because they like ball control offense. As I said, they like to take the ball and just keep it away from your offense, drive downfield, try to score and get ahead, and then just play the slow game, trying to eat up the clock and preserve their lead. Broken Bow needs to get into him and get a 3 and out. Talked about Kyler Cupid again. He mentioned in the senior night he'd like to play college football somewhere. I don't know if he's received any offers yet, but somebody is missing out on a great defensive end, a great defensive player, because he has the size and the speed and the attitude to make a great defensive football player at the next level.
I agree. He's got great quickness. Great size, great quickness. Those two things are usually a deadly combination when you're a defender.
And aggressive.
Yeah, he is aggressive. He loves the game. Loves the game. Reese Hoover is in uniform tonight for senior night, but he is on the injured reserve. He will not see the field, even though he is dressed out tonight. We're dealing with some nicks and bruises, and some of them are worse than that. I mean, I'm not going to kid you. We've had a couple of pretty serious injuries that these kids are trying to fight through. But now's the time. Game's on the line. It's really a simple scenario. Win and you are second in the district, there's no other option. If we win, we are second in the district, and we will host a home playoff game next week. If we lose, it gets a little more muddy. But if we lose, it is very likely that our season will be over. So this is a play-in game. The Broken Bow Savages, as they take the field here, the 2024 Savage football player.
You mentioned that. You see Poteau across on the opposite side. Poteau, if they lose tonight, they are out of the playoffs, and that would be for the first time since 2012. So it's a must-win game for them. This is going to be a dogfight tonight, but the Savages can take control early by being aggressive and shutting down that powerful offense.
We didn't talk much about the Poteau Pirates. We had an error on the graphic there, and I chose not to use it. So their record on the season is under this first-year head coach Mike Odom, as they have 4 losses on the season. 3 of those are in district play already. So they have 3 losses, and to your point, Chris, if they lose tonight, there is no option for them. 4 losses will not get you in next week. So they are in a must-win situation. The Savages do have an option if they lose, but it's an unlikely one. So really, both of these teams in a must-win situation. The Savages are going to kick the football off tonight. I think what we will see is Berto Morales. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be Berto Morales kicking the football. Savages will tee it up, and the Poteau Pirates will receive it. The Savages, the Rock Stadium here in Broken Bow, runs east and west. And so the Savages will be kicking from east to west. The Pirates in their white road uniforms, black pants trimmed in the red, white helmets with the pirate on the side. The Savages in the home black, trimmed in white, the old gold helmets, and the arrowhead pointing straight up.
The wind is actually coming out of the east, so that will aid the Savages on this kickoff.
Morales has it teed. This district play-in game is underway. Kick is deep, fielded by 22 at the 22 to the 30-yard line, misses a tackle. Isaiah Fields and Jacob Champagne will grab him and throw him to the ground at the 35-yard line, and that's where this slot T offense of Mike Odom will take the field. Savage defenders headed out onto the field. Jackson Porter and that's Cale Ginn, Tyler Cupid, and Jaden Allen. That's your front 4 on this 4-2-5 defense. Jacob Champagne, Quinlan Bailey in the middle there, Rocky Baker in that other backer position. So A.J. Brandon is suited out, but will not start defensively. Braden Williams on the outside as well. Tyron Tina Harrow at one cornerback, Isaiah Fields at the other. And the free safety is Sky Baker in this cover 3. Quickly, inside cross. Coming across is number 11, who gets hammered at the 39-yard line, but stands up. Good, strong run by the running back. It's Waylon Waddle, the Poteau Pirates, as he moves the ball forward about 6 yards, almost 6 yards. They're going to spot him at the 40. Let's call it a 5-yard gain, Chris, 2nd and 5.
That is typical of this Poteau offense. Quarterback under center, where you can't see him. He hands the ball to one of those backs. There are 4 of them in the backfield. They use 3 of them as lead blockers, and he just followed them for a gain of 5, bringing it 2nd and 5.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Savages shift, and now Poteau shifts back. They'll go twins into the narrow boundary with a back in the backfield under center. Here's the toss. Coming short side. Good blocking in front. Close to the line to gain, forward across the line to gain. That's going to be a Pirate 1st and 10 on a toss to the running back, and they will move the chains, Chris. Well, it's going to depend on the mark. It looks like they've spotted him short, about a foot short of the line to gain. So that's going to be 3rd down and about a foot.
Again, they ran to the short side of the field. And you say good blocking. I think Allen thought he might have been held, was indicating to the official that he was held, but no flag. So brings up 3rd and very short. I don't know if they'll run a quarterback sneak or just try what they usually do, which is hand it off to one of the backs.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Motion left, handoff inside A gap, straight ahead, 1st down, Pirates. Wrapped up by 3 or 4 Savages, and he'll go down at midfield. The chains will move, and the Pirates will get a new set of downs.
Again, that one a little bit different, not off the tackle. That was between the tackle and the guard. But it does move the chains, and it's kind of hard to stop them on 3rd and 1. And what you really have to do against this offense, Skip, is you need to get in there, maybe submarine or stunt, or just somehow beat the block, get them back outside the chains, and that kind of disrupts their offense, makes them maybe be in a passing situation.
Pirates shift overload to the right side of scrimmage, ball in the middle of the field. Fake handoff, rolling left, throws the ball down the middle of the field, open receiver, caught at the 39-yard line, 35, to the 30, to the 25, down inside the 25-yard line, to the 23-yard line. Man, Chris, play action, roll left, hit a wide open receiver on a crossing route, and the Pirates move the chains again.
And that was not a pretty pass, but it was accurate. It had a wobble to it. It was not a spiral, but it landed on target. And so that's just the fourth play of this drive. But already the Pirates are inside the Broken Bow 25, just inside it, and getting close to the red zone.
Just underway, 9:23, clock on the move, no score in the football game. Pirates with a long huddle this time. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Again, under center is Sam Tekla. Two backs in the backfield. A slot left now, motion right. Handoff, cross in the backfield. Follows the lead blocker forward across the line and up about 2 yards. Leaves second down, about 8 for the Pirates. Well, he got more than that. He got about 3 yards. They're going to spot.
And that was a heads-up play by, I believe that was Williams. He got under there and submarined him and took his legs out from under him. He fell forward for an extra yard, though, and you're right, that's going to be a gain of about 4 because of that fall.
Savages make a change here, bringing the strong safety off and putting the free safety in. So they had Patrick in the game on run stop. Now they expect to pass, and we'll send Baker back onto the field.
Hey, the play clock's driving down.
Sugar huddle here, and now they'll go quickly. Fake toss, reverse quarterback Tekla takes the ball across the line of scrimmage, but not much, maybe a yard. He's across the 20, give him 1 yard on the carry, and that's going to leave third and a long 5.
Oh, and Kyler Cupid, he grabbed him, but he's holding his arm, and it is injured. Man, it maybe just be a stinger, but Kyler Cupid came down and his legs swept the quarterback's legs out from under him, or his arm swept the legs out from under him, but I think the cleat caught him in the elbow.
Bo's taking a look at him, so quickly into the game, we have the replacement, Sonny Freeman, at the right end position for the Savage defenders. Again, quick little sugar huddle for the Pirates, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Just trying to get numbers. They will move, and the Savages will wrap them up in the backfield. That was a good play. Jaden Allen jumped almost off sides, but not quite. Then winds up getting the back in the backfield.
A fantastic reaction to the ball, and he read that beautifully as he saw it was a dive play. So instead of taking an angle, he just came straight down the line of scrimmage, wrapped him up, and took him down.
Critical situation here for the Savage defenders as the ball sits at the 19-yard line. 4th down and 5. Savages trying to get the Pirates off the field on this first possession. 7:20 left first period. Clock moving, no score in Memorial Stadium.
Watch the hard count. Don't give them 5 the easy way.
Come out strong to the right side of scrimmage. 2 backs in the backfield. Now they'll shift and reverse. They're trying to confuse the defenders. Now motion, the Savages jump and give them an easy first down.
That's what I think that shift.
Oh, wait a minute. Timeout, Poteau.
I think they were confused.
Timeout. So they did not get the penalty. Timeout, Poteau. As they shifted and Broken Bow just stayed in their base, they didn't do anything. So the Pirates were expecting if Broken Bow shifts, they had a play call, but Broken Bow stayed in the base, so they stay where they're at. Now they want a timeout to talk things over.
That's a sign of good coaching, as the Savages were prepared for that move. Had been watching film all week. We say film, it's video, but watching video all week of this team, and they were well coached, and they did exactly what they're supposed to do. Stayed at home on that play, and to force the Pirates to burn a timeout early here in the first quarter.
Yes, they did. 7:01 left in the first period. The Pirates use a timeout. The Savages talk things over here, but this would be a big stop.
Huge. 4th down, 5 yards inside the Savage 20-yard line in the red zone. But if you can stop them here, you get the ball back. You keep them off the scoreboard. And this is just gonna come down to execution. You have to make your tackles here. They may try another pass though, Skip, as they slipped one past us early.
So the Savages sticking with 8 in the box up here on this base defensive look. They're in the 4-2-5, but they will walk up the outside linebacker. Now they'll put Harrow in man coverage on the wide receiver. Everybody else is inside the box. Now they'll flip right. 3 backs in the backfield. Tekla under center. Toss, lead play. Missed the tackle in the backfield, and the Pirates will move the chains.
And that was beautifully read by Williams. They have him as an extra defensive end / outside linebacker up there. He read it. He came across. He did everything except take down the ball carrier.
Now the Pirates really got lucky that time. Williams just absolutely overran the play. They're going to measure this, but to me, from where my vantage point, it looks like he has it by about 12 to 16 inches, somewhere in that range.
It looks like it's about 2 feet inside the 15-yard line is the line to gain.
Yeah, I think he's got this first down. Clock is stopped for the measurement. 6:45 left here in the first period. And, Chris, so far our keys to the game are going not so well. We want to stop these guys. We want to tackle better. We've seen a couple of plays here where we had an opportunity to do so, and we have not.
Yeah, and one of the key, we talked about the defensive ends, and I don't know what the status of Cupid is. He is back in the lineup, so that's good news for Broken Bow. But I think you're right. Looking at that is going to be a first down.
I think it's a first down by a
foot or two.
Yeah, about a little more than a foot.
So they go forward on fourth down. Of course they do.
Yeah. Well, that was fourth down. Yeah.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Of course they do. They're in there at the 15-yard line, or at the 18-yard line.
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe the chain's a little stretchy. I don't know, but it does look like it. Yeah, that's got to be.
They got it easily.
They got it
almost
almost
a yard. Yeah.
They convert on fourth down, retain possession, and they've already ran about 5 minutes, 15 seconds off the clock on this drive in 7 plays.
So a new set of downs for the Pirate offense. The football rests at about the 13-yard line. That's where we'll call it, the 13. 6:45 left here in the first period. They'll get a chance with a red zone possession. Sam Tekla is the quarterback. Waylon Waddell is the running back. He has a brother, might be a twin.
Rylan Waddell, yeah.
They're both spelled L-Y. They both end in L-Y-N, so they might be twins. I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, the Savages, you see all those black jerseys right on the line of scrimmage. And they do have a wideout, number 2, the favored receiver when they do.
3-back set, power I formation, double lead forward, and the Savages jam it up. Great play on the inside, loose ball. Football punched out by Broken Bow. And the side judge is coming in with his hand up, dead ball, so he's not calling a possession. Nobody's calling possession. Who's got the football, fellas? Give us a mark. Give us an indication one way or the other. He punched the football out. The kid was still on his feet.
If they blew the whistle, then it's dead. If they didn't, it's our football.
They have to know whether they blew the whistle or not because the kid was not on the ground. So did you blow the whistle or not? There's not much to talk about.
I don't understand this.
I don't either. Savage defenders staying on the field. We would love to change huddles with the offense here. If we can take possession of the football, what a great stop this would be. I have a feeling with their long discussion that the Pirates are going to keep the football.
They indicated second down.
Yeah. I think that's a bad call.
Yeah, I do too.
First time we've seen this crew this year. We have seen them in the past in our stadium, but the first time I think that I've seen them this year.
Good job shutting down the middle, though, as there was nowhere for the ball carrier to run on that play, Skip. That's what Robo has to do.
Agreed. Yeah, that was, you got to credit on inside that time as Porter was shifted over out of a 3 technique, and they were both kind of slanted inside. Now they're letting the ball off on the cross, and the Savages are right there. Jaden Allen with a bruising tackle.
Just like the other stop for no gain. I think that one's for a loss, actually. He came straight down that line of scrimmage, and he is getting a great jump off the ball. As soon as it snapped, he's crashing down.
I agree. I think he lost a couple of feet at least there. We're going to call it 3rd down and 9. And once again, the Savages making the Pirates work hard in this red zone possession as they've had a 4-down series on the previous series, and now they're at 3rd down and long on this one. Football resting at about the 12-yard line. Come wide into the narrow boundary. 3-back set, power I left. Toss, double lead. Looking for the gap, gets through the first line of defenders into the second level. And he's tackled at about the 9-yard line, it looks like. Give him a gain of 3 on the play, and once again, 4th down and 5.
Yeah, they're running away from Allen, and look like they may be bringing on the field goal unit.
I think on 4th down, almost 6 yards. I'm going to call it 4th and 6, actually. The Pirates will bring on the field goal unit. They're kicking into a pretty steady breeze coming out of the east here. No rain at the moment, so the ball should be relatively dry. Good snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. Did he get it? Doesn't look like it.
I don't think so. I think it was
he missed.
left.
Oh, he
got it. Oh, well.
Over the left upright, apparently. So that's going to do it for that possession. The first possession of the football game was a long one. 4 minutes, 42 seconds left here in the first period. 3-0 Pirates. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this.
When I was 13, I was living in a drug hotel, and there was an elder that drove through asking if any of the kids were hungry. He ended up driving us to the Tule Indian Reservation. We would share meals together. It motivated me to honor indigenous communities in general. Now, for me to be able to share my art, my passion, my beliefs with the community, they support me. All of my blessings that happened to me in my art, I truly believe it's because I give.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Well, a long possession that time. Not sure how many plays in that possession. We're not actually statting up here tonight, but a very long, at least 12 plays, I would say, in that possession. It ends with points on the board for the Pirates, but to credit the Savage defenders as they limit it to just 3 points and not 7. And the Savage offense will get its chance now as the Pirates will tee it up and kick it away into that wind. So even if this is a big-footed kicker, Chris, there's a likelihood that the ball's not going to travel very far. But it does. What I've seen from them is they do like the high pooch. So we'll probably see that.
Well, especially after watching the Savage last 2 games.
Yeah. Savages have had their trouble catching these kickoffs. This is a good pooch kick. And it is fielded at the 27-yard line. On the move, cuts it back. It's Isaiah Fields. He's got some room. One man to beat, and he's tackled it open field. Great play by number 32. The Poteau Pirates kickoff unit as they will tackle Fields in the open field. And the Savage offense will huddle up with Coach Maverick Lang. Braden Howell will be in the game at quarterback tonight despite the high ankle sprain. He's got double wrap tape. He's got a brace on built into his shoe. Excuse me. He's got a brace on built into his shoe. He's got Quinlan Bailey, who is suffering from some sort of undiagnosed injury at the moment. He is going to have some more medical attention this week. Probably will learn more about what's wrong with his shoulder. But both of those guys are in the backfield right now as the Savages set up offense. Dropping back, wanting to pass, double move. Nobody open, and down goes Howell. At about the 36-yard line, as Graydon wanted a double move out, looked like on the right side of the offense. That was Dejon Hall. But stride for stride was the cornerback for the Poteau Pirates, and there was just nowhere to go.
And Hall came up limping after that tackle, so I think that he might not have been able to get loose. He might have tried to plant a foot or something, and just is still obviously being nagged by that injury he suffered last week.
So our young freshman quarterback, Blake Skelton, took reps with the ones all week, so he is ready if he's called upon tonight. And that may happen as Graydon's already hobbled. Howell in the backfield, handoff to Bailey, straight ahead. Bailey across the 35 and then getting tackled at about the 37-yard line. Short gain. Savages outside the chains now.
And that was, I think Bailey was trying to cut it back inside, but it was shut off. And this is, keep in mind, this Poteau Pirate defense is an outstanding defense. They have only, they've held their opponents, with the exception of Hilldale, to low-scoring games. They just haven't been on the winning side of a couple of them.
Savages with twins to the top side of the field. Lucky Baker in the slot right. Howell, fake handoff in the pocket. Looking downfield. He fires the ball down the middle of the field. Hall goes up and gets it.
Man, that's a highlight catch. Double covered, and Hall leaps up between them and grabs the ball at the height of his leap. Man, that's a freshman.
That's what I was about to say. That is a freshman receiver going up in double coverage and grabbing the football with those strong hands and moving the chains for the Savages. Nice pass by Graydon Howell, but an outstanding catch by Dejon Hall, and the Savages move the chains inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Howell with the snap, handoff Bailey, straight ahead, beats one tackler, busts forward at the 25-yard line and across the 25 slightly. That's a nice gain on 1st down. The Savages with 2nd down and 6.
Let's talk about the toughness of Quinlan Bailey. At the end of that, he lowered his shoulder and knocked down a defender, also ran one of his own blockers. But, man, he is playing with pain, but he is playing with the violence that he usually uses in a run.
Clock on the move, 2:37 left, 1st period. Howell in the gun. Bailey on his hip. Twin receivers to the wide side. A.J. Brannon back in the lineup this week on offense. Short side of the field. Howell rolling right. There's Bailey in front. Looking downfield. Nobody open. Baker flashes for a moment. Now Howell fires it for Baker, but it skips off the ground incomplete. And it'll be 3rd down and a manageable 7 yards for the Savages. Clock stops with 2:14 left, 1st period.
And yeah, this is the difference that constraint on his leg, that injury to Graydon Howell makes, because in other games, had he not been there, he would have taken off and got the 1st down on that. He had room to run, but he wasn't going to do it. He can't with that injury.
So far, Chris, the wet ball does not seem to be affecting things, but that time we did see the ball bounce short of Rocky Baker. But I don't think that Graydon wanted to let the ball fly that time because there were quarterbacks in the area.
I think you're right.
There's a high snap, but Howell manages it. Now he fakes out the defensive tackle, flips the ball up. It's caught by Rocky Baker and makes a nice move at the 15 to the 10, and that's going to move the chains for the Broken Bow Savages. Howell to Baker. Baker inside the 10-yard line, a red zone possession, and a first and goal, Savages.
Second time in a row, the Savages have moved the chains on third, and this time on 8, another time on 3rd and 14 by passing it. Graydon Howell having a great night throwing the ball so far.
Nice catch and run by Rocky Baker that time, and a good job by Graydon just finding some space and getting the football out and making it catchable. Tina Harrow is wide to the left side of the field. That's the wide side of the offense. Hall in the short boundary. Savages in a tight look with Braden Williams. They'll hand it off to Quinlan Bailey, breaks a tackle into the second level, inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3-yard line, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3 as the Savages having their way right now with this Pirate defenders.
Bailey is like a magnet or a magnetized particle. The closer he gets to the end zone, the stronger he's drawn toward it. He bulldozed over a defender to get down inside the 5.
Savages with no huddle look here. Bailey will stay in the backfield. They'll stay tight with twins this time, not into the wide boundary. That's Tina Harrow and Hall. Now with the snap. Fake handoff. Now he'll follow Bailey and nowhere to go as the defenders were there. Probably should have just handed that ball on that zone read that time, but Graydon on that bad ankle could not cut back like he normally does. And so, it's an afterthought, obviously, and we're not down there trying to execute, and he is, and he's doing a wonderful job of it. But at that time, he's down for a loss at about the 8-yard line, we'll call it, 3rd and goal.
Well, he has just such great natural instincts as a quarterback, and his instinct on that one was to run. It's just his body couldn't respond to what is this time at this condition.
Yeah, I think that was clearly an injury there that caused that. So he'll roll left this time. Nice block by Quinlan to buy him some time, throwing back across his body, but it's incomplete. He had A.J. Brannon flashing across on a drag across the end zone. Defenders were in the area, but the ball falls incomplete, and now the Savages be faced with 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. And really with a rookie kicker, Chris, I'm not sure. I think we keep the offense on the field.
We're definitely keeping the offense on the field. Looks like they've switched out to put Frazier in there as maybe an extra receiver instead of Bailey. It was a great block by Bailey last time to buy more time for Howell. Let's see what the Savages have drawn up.
4th and goal from the 8. They've got Corey Frazier on the right hip of Graydon Howell. Howell with the ball. Up straight back. Great protection this time. Now he'll roll to his left. Got defenders in his face. Loose ball on the ground. It doesn't matter. It's 4th down anyway, and it's going to be a turnover.
I think that was an incomplete pass. Should have been called an incomplete. I don't think they're going to call it a fumble. His arm was moving forward, and he hit a defender when the ball came out. But
it wasn't going to matter anyway. 19.2 seconds left here in the first period. The Savages will turn the football over on a fumble or on downs, depending on. Well, obviously it's going to be a fumble because they're going to spot it. With spot it back at the line of scrimmage. It been an incomplete pass.
Well, that's a missed opportunity for Broken Bows. We had the ball 2nd goal at the 2-yard line, but again, with the 2 players carrying the ball are both injured.
Under 20 seconds left here in the first period, we've seen only 2 possessions in this football game. So both teams with the football once here in the first period. This, of course, will be probably the only snap for the Pirates on this possession as the period is close to an end. Pirates lead 3-0. And we've got some confusion on the field. The officials are going to talk things over here. I'm not sure what the confusion is, but it must have something to do with the clock. You seeing, Chris? Anything?
Well, I was looking. I thought I only counted 10. I was counting how many people broke the huddle. I only counted 10, but there is a receiver talking to the coach for the Pirates out there close to the sideline. So they have 11 on the field.
Savages with the same defensive lineup that they had on the first series. Possession. Handoff, cross inside. Savages trying to tackle the football as they get 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry, and the clock will tick down here to the end of the first period of play, and the Pirates are going to take 3-0 lead into the second period, and they'll have the football headed with the wind. When play resumes, you're watching Savage Football on YouTube. We'll be right back.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
And here we are back, 2nd down and 8 for the Pirate offense as the second quarter gets underway. Savage defenders, Chris, needing to buckle down here. Let's get this possession over and get the offense back on the field. We let a missed opportunity there after a long drive.
That's right, down to the 2. But the defense is doing pretty good so far as Rocky Baker got there in the backfield and made contact before the runner got to the line of scrimmage, had some help from teammates. If they can do that, they can force, for another 2 plays, they can force a punt.
2nd down and 7 from the 26-yard line. Tekla under center. Motion from right to left. Toss. Double lead. Looking for the boundary. Nice play that time by Braden Williams. This time he's not fooled. And he goes up, goes to the legs, and gets the tackle. A tackle for loss for Braden Williams.
Not just Williams. The entire Savage down line. Well, liner and linebacking course strung that out, forced the ball carrier to go to the boundary, and Williams was there to take him out.
Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down and 8. That's for the Pirate offense. We're just underway here in the second period.
I'll tell you, also having Williams in there, if he's on the same side as Allen, that frees Allen to go straight down the line of scrimmage and react like that because he doesn't have to worry about getting beat wide because Williams is there.
Interesting that the Pirates still shuffle plays in the old-fashioned way. They don't flash them from the sideline like most teams. They'll flip the power into the boundary this time. Misdirection, rolling right, play action. Looking downfield, Tekla with pressure. Bailey's on his back. Ball flies in harmlessly out of bounds, incomplete. Tekla paid the price as Quinlan Bailey hit him when the ball left his hand.
Yeah, Bailey was on his back, and then Tekla was on his because Bailey just planted him, and there's still a rut out there on the field where Quinlan Bailey came barreling through. Man, I know he is playing with an injury, but he looks like he is a man on fire.
He really is playing well. They need him back for sure. We saw what it's like when Quinlan's not on the field last week, and it's not pretty.
Well, that was a 3 and out, Skip.
4th down, and the punting unit is on the field for the Pirates. The Savages with who's back there. I know it's not great, and that must be Dejan.
Yeah, Dejan Hall.
Dejan back for the punt. Rugby style, end over end. Dejan fields it at the 35-yard line. No,
that is
Graydon. That's Graydon. Graydon looking for a block, got Champagne in front of him, moving to his left and out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. Goes Graydon Howell, and the Savage offense will take possession. They're going to step at that's a terrible spot. He went out at the 46, and they spotted him at the 45. I mean, I know it's just a yard, but come on. Let's get it right.
Hey, I'll tell you, when he stutter-stepped and then accelerated to the sideline, and Graydon, you could tell he was favoring one leg and still outran 2 defenders to that corner. He is so fast and so fluid.
I'm honestly shocked that was him back there. But you know what? It's his hands that are important in that position.
Yeah. Yeah, as we talked, it's turnovers, the key to the game. And
you got to get possession of the football. The Savages make the stop on 3 and out and have great field position only 55 yards away. Howell in the gun. Toss left. Frazier handles it, gets blocking in front. Now he tries to cut to the sideline, and he's stripped up. A nice play that time by Waddell to get to the feet of Frazier and knock him down as he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more as the spot is where?
44-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, he lost yardage. He lost half a yard or so on the the toss into the short boundary that time, and the Pirates read it well.
And he bobbled that toss.
He did. Only 3 down linemen. That's offsides, fellas. Cannot break the plane, and he did. Flag him. Do your job.
It's a yellow thing in your back pocket.
Savage is in a strong offense to the wide side here. Fake play action, quick pass out over the tip and over the hands. And unfortunately for the Savages, Waddell could not hang on to it, or that's a pick 6. That play was ugly from the beginning. 9:59 left in the first half. Clock stops on the incompletion. The Savages outside the chains, faced with 3rd and 11. Ball on the 44-yard line.
And once again, 3rd down outside the chains. Let's see what they've converted 2 of these, or one outside the chains and one inside the chains already on that last drive.
Pirates quickly get 2 big boys off the field and get a couple of DBs on the field, expecting the Savages to pass. They'll rush 3, no 4. Stepping up, Graydon looks for the football, and he's got Tina Harrow at the 40-yard line, and he stumbles forward and falls at about the 37-yard line. That's enough. Stop the clock and move the chains. The Savages with a 1st and 10.
There was a beautiful touch on the ball as Hal was kind of walking forward into the pocket, and I say walking because he couldn't run, but just put great touch to float it out in front of Tinahero on the crossing route, and Tinahero did what he needed to do, which was catch the football. 1st down, Broken Bow.
1st and 10 Savages. 9:36 left first half. Hal, handoff inside. Frazier cuts outside through the first layer, across the 30, spins to the 28-yard line. A nice run on 1st down will set up 2nd down and short. Great play calling opportunity here for Coach Maverick Lang.
Jackson Porter and Camden Jackman just blew out the defensive lineman across from the end. To hand that to blocking, he was 5 yards off the line of scrimmage before contact.
Let's see what Lang dials up on 2nd down and less than 2 yards here. We've got 3 down linemen, the Pirates do, so they're rushing 3 and sticking everybody else in coverage here. See if they blitz. Looks like they're coming with 2 backers. Graydon with a pump fake, throws the football. Scott Baker's got it at the 15, forward to the 10, inside the 10-yard line, and the Savages again are on the hunt with a 1st down and goal.
That was across the middle on a slant, and Graydon Howell has thrown 2 passes with pinpoint accuracy. He didn't even have to break his stride to pull that in.
All of a sudden, the Savage offense looks like the Savages that we saw against Sallisaw in the middle of the season. 8:34 clock on the move. Savages with a 1st down and goal. Football just inside the 10-yard line. Frazier in the backfield. Baker in the slot. Wins to the wide side. Toss. Going strong side. Cuts back. Frazier inside the 10 to the 9 and no more. They'll stack him up at the 9-yard line. A very short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
I like what Frazier did on that, though. Instead of trying to force it outside or go backwards, he just cut it up and got what he could. And he got, maybe half a yard, but he did not lose any yardage.
Here we go with the Savages. 2nd down and 9 to go. We'll stay with the same offensive set. Same personnel. Hall into the boundary. The home side. And then Tina Harrow and Brannon to the top side. Frazier on the right hip of Howell. Handoff, play action. Graydon quickly with the football and looked like they grabbed his arm. The big defender, number 66, grabbed the back of Graydon's arm, and he was unable to follow through on the pass. The ball falls harmlessly incomplete. Stops the clock with 7:36 left in the half. The Savages with 3rd down and 9. 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that was a failure at the offensive line. 66 came through untouched through the line. I don't know if he stunned it or not, but that was a wise move of Howell to get rid of the ball quickly.
Jackson Porter and Kaplan Bailey on the right side of the offense. Josh McDaniel in the middle. And the Savages running to that side. Now they'll fake it. Still following that strong side. Graydon has nowhere to go. It's out of bounds. It's a pretty good size of a loss there. A sizable loss of 4 or so yards, maybe 5 yards. Where they spotting him, 13-yard line. Once again, Chris, 4th down and goal from the 13-yard line. This is where you really do need a kicking game.
Yeah, and they Savage don't have their kicker is his first week as a starter as a kicker, and so on a wet field against the wind, I don't blame him for not attempting a field goal here.
Yeah, no, I think it's too far for a field. It might be too far for a field goal if you have your varsity kicker in the game. We'll see what we dial up. We had a receiver flash last time on 4th and long. Graydon will throw to the corner looking for Hall, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. The Pirates have held one more time. 7:19 left here in the first half. The Savages with 2 possessions, both of them ending empty. The Pirates lead 3-0. We'll be back right after this. And here are the Pirates on their 3rd possession of the football game. Cross. Fake handoff. No, it is a handoff. Breaking outside. Harrow is the only man that can stop him, and he does. What a huge gain that time. That was a misdirection play in the backfield, Chris, and it confused me. I didn't know who had the ball.
Yeah, and that's something they like to rely on that, and that you see why. I will point out that Allen was running with an angle from the backside and might have been able to catch him, so or at least
And
a good
we have
angle.
a penalty marker at the 25-yard line.
Oh, that may be holding, and that I tell you they were. I talked about. I believe it was.
Well, they got the edge awfully easy there.
And Kyler Cupid is the one over there, and Kyler Cupid was talking earlier to the official. I'm like, he's holding me, So this may come all the way back.
Holding against Broken Bow. Face mask against the Savages. That's going to tack more yards on the end of the play.
That's not at all what we wanted to happen.
It's not the outcome we were suggesting, fellas. Ball will step inside Savage territory to the 47, 46-yard line is where he's going to place it. 7 minutes, 10 seconds left first half, and the Pirates getting 15 the easy way. Along with a big gain. Offensively, they get 15 more, and all of a sudden they're cooking with gas. 7 minutes left in the half.
And the Pirates, with their offense, what they'd like to do is run this score with this clock at about 30 seconds left. Savages need to get a 3-and-out here. Well, it'll be a 4-and-out at this point because I think they're in 4-down territory. Maybe not with their defense, though.
Savages with the same 4 up front. That's Allen and Cupid on the ends. Ian and Porter in the middle. Bailey and Baker at the backers on the inside. Isaiah Fields and Tina Harrow at the corners. Sky Baker at free safety. Handoff, running right, lead play, slips down in the backfield. Savages were there. Couldn't tell if that was a nice tackle or if he just fell down. But either way, he's going to lose 3 yards.
Well, he fell down because Allen wrapped him up and pulled him down. That was a great job coming across the line of scrimmage and then turning to get into the runner's legs. And that's a tackle for loss by Allen.
Braden Williams comes out of the lineup. Corey Nocum replaces him. Savages basically staying in their base defense here so far tonight. We're not seeing any kind of real stunting up front. We're not seeing any real blitzes so far. They're just trying to play standard defense and hope that they can contain the misdirection of this Pirate. What do you call that? Slot T? Slot T?
I call it a rugby scrum, but yeah, I think it's officially a slot T.
Nickel under center. Handoff inside, a gap straight ahead. Bailey has him. Across the original line of scrimmage,
there's
another of about a yard. That's
probably going to be a face mask worth throwing because it was a ball carrier. Well, no, there's one other white jersey in there.
45-yard line is where they'll whistle the play dead as the runner is slow getting up. Number 13 is the running back. I'm apologizing. I don't have a roster in front of me, but I do know a few of their names.
I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but Ashton Farley's.
What was the call? He didn't signal anything. They're just stepping it off. He signaled it. I was looking.
I think it was either a
must be a face
personal foul, either a face mask or a late hit.
The Pirates have 30 yards on this possession on 2 penalties. They have a big 20-plus yard gain, a chunk play. You take a chunk play and 2 big penalties, and all of a sudden they're knocking on the door inside the 30-yard line, first down and 10. 5:36 left in the first half. Savages in a must-win situation, trailing by 3 points in this football game.
I mean, it's not just that you're trailing, but you don't want to get more than a possession behind against this team. It'd be nice to get a stop or cause a turnover here. I mean, it's wet conditions. Knock the ball loose.
Motion, handoff, jet sweep, coming outside, gets the edge to the 30, to the 25-yard line, dragged down from behind. He wanted a horse collar tackle as Isaiah Fields had him wrapped up, but he did not have his hand inside the shoulder pads. It was not a horse collar.
Nor inside the shirt, and he did have a hand around the waist and pulled him down by the top of the shoulder pad. So good non-call, but it was still a gain of about 4.
Yeah, it was a pretty good gain of 4 yards. Second down and short 6 yards here. Savage defenders not able to contain the edge that time on a simple jet sweep. They just brought the slot guy straight across, and Tekla handed it to him. He was able to get around the corner and get positive yards. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, 2-back set. Motion, now setting up with double tight. Handoff, coming to the strong side. Penalty comes in.
Oh, wow. That was
25-yard line to the 22-yard line, but we'll see Looked like a holding call in the middle of the field.
It was, but Corey Nokum did a fantastic job. Had a blocker in his midsection and still reached over the blocker, grabbed the ball carrier, and pulled them both down.
Here's the indication. Holding against the Pirates. So they'll give us 10 back of one of those 15s that we gave them. 4:27 left in the half. Pirates, the 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage will take it back and make it second down and about 15 or so. See, they've got to get inside the 20, so we're going to call it 16. Second down and 16 for the Pirate offense.
This kind of, again, it's just a ball control offense. It's nice to get them back out there, but Savages need to get a stop, get the ball, and go get some points on the board. I just make there's 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the half. Right. It's 7:38, Skip.
Yeah, and we've had 4 possessions, right?
Yeah.
No, this is the fifth.
This
is the fifth one.
7:30, 38 minutes, and, there's only 4 minutes left in the half.
Tackle under. Two-back set, motion from right to left, quarterback keeper, and he's wide open. That's a touchdown.
Well, unless Fields can't get to him. And that is, now you're down more than a possession.
That's a great play call. My hat's off to the offensive coordinator of the Poteau Pirates. That's a great play call, just a little delay step. They saw what was happening. The Savages were overcommitting on the middle of the interior there, and Tekla took it to the house.
And that was following the penalty. The good news about that is that leaves time on the clock for the Savages to answer and get some points of their own.
10-0. Well, they're going to see
9-0.
Okay, they're bringing the kicking unit on though.
Tekla is your holder.
3:56 left, first half. AT on the way. Good hold, good snap. Kick is good. Wound up in Pushmataha County. In fact, he had the wind to his back there. 3:56 left, first half, 10-0 Pirates. We'll take a commercial timeout. Be back with more Savage football in just a moment.
Oh, no. Are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry. State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're going to get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Check out the new location at 1605 South Park Drive for Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm Insurance.
Thanks to our annual media partners this year for helping make these live streams free. Folks, if you're watching the live stream tonight and the fact that you didn't have to pay for it and other schools sometimes do, you can thank these guys that you're seeing, Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm Insurance on that particular spot. But take a look at these commercials that are playing tonight and sure let these folks know how important it is that the Savages are able to play football and our fans are able to watch it without having to pull out a credit card. That's a wonderful thing.
It is. And also, welcome a new sponsor, the Downtown Broken Bow program, is a new sponsor this week. And also mentioned Brick and Bread, one of the members of that. And they are open from 9 to 12 on home game nights, 10% off. So shout out to Downtown Broken Bow for joining in this partnership supporting Broken Bow athletics.
So apparently that unsportsmanlike conduct was pointed in the wrong direction because they've moved it to the Poteau. Moved it into the Savage 45-yard line, but it was clearly indicated that it was on Poteau when he indicated it. But obviously, either they stepped it off in the wrong direction or it was on us, one or the other. No. So this is a wonderful opportunity for an onside kick if you're the Pirates. Up at the 45 in Savage territory. Here we go. Hope he's going to kick it out of the back of the end zone. Back. 3:56 left in the half, and the Savage offense back on the field. First down and 10.
Elsewhere in District 4A, the Hilldale Hornets lead McLean 7-0 in the second quarter. And the Savage is going to start this one at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, we're still under NFHS. If you're used to watching the NCAA, you know they go to the 25, but we're old school. Start at the 20. Savage offense on the field, same 5 across the front. Porter, Burris, McDaniel. But at tackle, I can't see who the guard is.
That's Jackman.
Straight drop back. Howell looking downfield, throws it for Hall, and he throws it right to the free safety.
It's Tekla, and that was a double team on Hall. And of course, that's Basically the same one he jumped up and took the ball away from the defenders earlier.
Another turnover by the Savage offense. The Pirates will take the football at the 48-yard line. Outstanding field position. 1st and 10, 52 yards away from another score. The Savages needing to pull things together, as this is a do-or-die game for them. It's a do-or-die game for both teams.
For both teams, yeah, that's what I said. It's a dogfight, and it's both teams fighting to continue their season. This is and also Skip, just to play. It was a you're throwing downfield, you're going for the big play, but it also is just another reminder of what a difference it makes to not have a mobile Graydon Howe.
Yeah, it does make a difference. Everybody in. There's 10 players inside the box here. Handoff, lead play, numbers on their side, and there goes the running back straight through the defense. The Pirates are pouring it on now. 16-0 with 3:35 left in the half.
This is a extremely high-scoring ball game for the Poteau offenses. Normally, they've only averaged 22 points per game per season, and that's most of those points were made against the lower-level teams in 4A4, Stillwell and Glenpool.
You can just see the air come out of the balloon, Chris. We'll see if these guys can find the energy, find the tenacity, will to come back and win this football game. Is it in them? Now's the time to prove themselves. Down 16-0, point after on the way. Good snap. Hold is down. The kick, once again, is in antlers. 17-0. 3:35 left here in the first half of this football game. Let's take another commercial timeout. We'll be back in just a moment.
When I was 13, I was living in a drug hotel, and there was an elder that drove through asking if any of the kids were hungry. He ended up driving us to the Tule Indian Reservation. We would share meals together. It motivated me to honor indigenous communities in general. Now, for me to be able to share my art, my passion, my beliefs with the community, they support me. All of my blessings that happen to me in my art, I truly believe it's because I give.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Utah Nation, Together We're More. Another one of our fine media sponsors. 3 plays from scrimmage, and the Pirates have scored 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points. They've gone from a 3-0 lead to a 17-0 lead with 3:35 left here in the half, and the Savages emotionally are deflated. No one on the sideline. I see no energy. I don't see anything really from them to indicate that they have it in them. Let's find out if they do. Let's get it back. Savage football. That's what it's all about.
That's when your team leaders have to stand up and take the lead. That looked like offsides on that kickoff.
We'll kick it out of the end zone. I heard the whistle blow.
Yeah, their contained man on this side was 2 yards over the 40 when the ball was kicked. That's offside.
And the whistle blew as the ball was kicked. I don't understand what's going on. They're going to spot the ball at the 20-yard line.
Okay.
Well, let's see what we got. It is Jackman at the left guard position, along with Cupid left tackle. Porter and Burris on the right side, McDaniel in the middle. Bailey in the backfield along with Graydon Howe. 3 receivers on the field. Handoff Bailey, hitting the backfield, breaks through the first layer, up to the line of scrimmage. And not much more. No gain, in fact. 2nd down and 10.
That's a play that you saw the white jerseys reading that once they well, that's the thing is they're unlike most defenses this season. The Poteau Pirates are not worried about Graydon Howe getting to the outside, or not worried about it nearly as much as other teams are, and so they will key on Bailey on that RPO.
Bailey was fighting hard, but there just wasn't any room for him. Howe rolling to his right. Left-handed quarterback, and he'll throw the ball out of bounds as he has pressure in his face. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Savage offense really looking for some sort of execution here and can't find it at the moment.
Yeah, and you're one R down on that RPO. That's the run pass option, but the quarterback running is not an option tonight. He's not one that is readily available as it usually has been for Broken Bow the rest of the previous games of this season. Big time third down coming up, Skid.
Big 3rd and 10 here. Howell in the gun, straight drop back this time. Good protection. Now he'll roll, looking for an open receiver. He's got Hall in the open field to the 30-yard line. It's a foot race to the 40, to midfield. He's got a blocker in front. That's Brannon. And Hall inside Pirate territory, out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. And we'll get a tack on an extra unsportsmanlike penalty on top of that as they hit Deshaun Hall after he was 3 yards out of bounds.
There are very few things that I will criticize a high school player for doing. That's what that was just utter stupidity on the part of the Poteau Pirates. A late hit on when you get beat. Like, there's still only a little 2.5 minutes left, but that should tack on 15.
It will tack on 15. 2:36 left in the half. The Savages with a big play of their own and a 15-yarder on top of that. They have a red zone possession. Nose of the football across the 20-yard line. First down and 10.
Talked about not having a spark. Howell to Hall has sparked the Savage offense.
This is what we needed. We needed to see this. Savage football. Get emotional. Get back in this football game. Quinlan in the backfield along with Graydon Howell. Here comes the blitz. Handoff. He steps through the blitz, but can't get any further as a good defender there on the number 12 on the stop stepped into the gap.
Yeah, and that's just like I said, they're just waiting. When they read that, they read run, and they see that it's Bailey with the ball. Or actually, when they read run, they're looking at Bailey because they're not as worried about.
Yeah, they know Graydon's not going to keep it. I mean, that's not much of a threat. You're right. They were just having a vast majority of their offense here in the first half through the air, and with second down outside the chains here, likely that Maverick will dial up another pass play. Hall will be split wide right. Tina Harrow flanked into that wide boundary. It looks like Jacob Champagne over there.
It is Champagne at the far boundary, yes. It looks like
they'll reset the play clock here.
Okay.
23 left in the half, 25 seconds on the play clock. The Savages signaling in the play now. Wind the clock. Here we go. Alan Bailey in the backfield. 3-man rush from the Pirates. Linebacker stepping up. 4-man rush. Fake. Double move. Throwing to the corner of the end zone. Tina Harrow is there, and he can't make the catch. The ball was a bit underthrown, but it's still an opportunity that time as he did get his hands out and on the football. Penalty marker in the backfield. The clock will stop with 2:05 left in the half. The penalty is a holding penalty against the Savages. They'll get 10 of those 15 back. The Savages will be on third down and 22 to go here, putting themselves in a horrible down and distance situation as they need this score going into the halftime locker room. And, Chris, you think about winning the middle of the game, right? We get the football back in the second half, so you try to win the middle. If we can go in, get a score, come back out of the locker room, get the kickoff, go back down and score again, 17-14 at that point. That's what's on the minds of the Savage coaches right now, trying to win this 8 minutes of the football game.
And you have to get, but you're going to have to get to the 10-yard line. Well, it's 2-down territory, so you got 2 plays to do it.
Yeah. So obviously, this is going to be a passing play on 2nd and 21, we'll call it.
Look, they're showing blitz.
They're bringing them. Looking for Hall. He's got to step on.
Oh, that's got to be interference.
How is that not interference?
Hall had his defender holding on to his jersey.
Yeah, right at his hip. I don't know.
Wow, that was a.
I don't know how you can block. You can put yourself between the ball. You can put yourself between the receiver and the ball. That's fine.
Yes.
You can do that, but you can't put your hands on him.
And you can't grab a fistful of jersey. That was it was pretty blatant.
It was very blatant. Horrible no call. So now it's third down. Same distance, 21 yards, I'm calling it. We've got to get to the 10, and it's on, no, let's call it 20. Get to the 10-yard line. That's the line to gain. Minute 55 left here in the first half. Savages needing a score. Frazier in the backfield. Braden dropping back, looking on the wheel route for Frazier. It's not there. He throws a crossing route to Hall, and it's incomplete. Now we've got a 4th down and a bus ride. And we'll see what the Savages dial up on 4th and 20. But 2 opportunities squandered there on 2nd and 3rd down.
And that was single coverage over here on Hall, and he was past the defender. That last play would have been a touchdown.
Credit the defense of the Poteau Pirates, though, because that was that wheel route from Frazier out of the backfield. They saw the personnel change. They whistled it into the defense. The Poteau linebacker snuck out into that zone, and Braden could not throw the ball to Frazier. Found Hall coming back. It was incomplete.
And the line against the 10.
4 receivers in formation. Howell, Braden Howell, straight drop back. Looking for time. Now he's got trouble. Now he's way back. Remember, it's 4th and 20. Howell will fake the football again. Now he's going to throw it out. Frazier has it, but he still spins, breaking tackles. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Credit Corey Frazier with an outstanding effort on that play, but it's way short of where he needed to get. He had to get to the 10-yard line. He did get back to the line of scrimmage. The Pirates will take over at the 30-yard line with 1:23 left in the half, and so much for winning the middle. The Savages will just try to prevent them from getting any more points before halftime.
Well, they have 2 timeouts left, and keep in mind they've scored on 2 of their last 3 plays, and so offensive plays, and so I would.
They scored on their last 2 offensive.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
We had one in the middle.
We had
an interception.
That's right.
1:23 left before halftime. Savage defenders back on the field. Savages have generated a lot of offense. They've actually had 2 or 3 long drives. They just have not come up with any points. Tekla hands it off, A gap straight ahead, not much there. They're willing to let the clock run and go into the halftime locker room, it looks like.
Good job by Jimmy Brown of sweeping, taking the legs out from under the ball carrier. He got penetration and got into his own back, into the defensive or the offensive backfield, making a play.
Much of a gain on the play. The ball, the length of the ball across the 30-yard line, still second down. We'll call it 10, and the Pirates are going to use all of the clock. The play clock down to 15 seconds here as the game clock winds down under 50 seconds.
It may even take a penalty.
I think it's an A-gap lead play here. No, they're going to toss it instead. Try to find the open field. A good move that time outwards as Isaiah Fields came up to contain the play, and the Savages get him to the ground. That should be the final play of the half, as there's a 6-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. And
yeah, that was another great play by Braden Williams, though, a solo tackle taking the legs out from the ball carrier. But
seeing quite a bit of emotion from the Poteau Pirates here, as they are thrilled to have this 17-point lead going into this halftime locker room. You see them all fired up, and you see the Savages with their heads down. That's got to change. Get them into the halftime locker room, coaches. Talk to them about what we need to do, and let's get back in this football game in the second half. 17-0 is our score. Pirates on top of the Savages in a must-win situation if you want to continue playing this year's varsity schedule. Playoffs begin next week, and the winner of this game will be a participant. The loser will not. Let's take a commercial timeout. We'll be back with the halftime festivities. Not sure we want to use that word.
You can be festive. The halftime will be festive.
The halftime activities. Let's take a quick commercial. We'll be back with the dance team in just a moment. And welcome back as we have the dance team lined up at midfield here. I don't want to miss them, so we'll bring them back in. Again, thanking our sponsors, the Broken Tiki, with us this year. We're going to turn it over to Jerry Foley.
Ladies and gentlemen, your seventh, this team.
This is Savage Dance team, a cheer team. They may or may not perform. Of course, they are going to the game day competition tomorrow, and so I have to get on the road early in the morning. And if it was a dry field, they would perform their routine. But because it is a muddy, wet field, don't want to take a chance on an injury, especially when you're throwing fellow team members up in the air and trying to catch them. And so on a wet field, I think they may not be performing. And I don't know if they're or not. But we'll take a quick break, and then if they decide they are performing, we'll cut back in and show you that performance. You're watching Broken Bow Football on the Broken Bow Network.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Check out the new location at 1605 South Park Drive for Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm Insurance.
Welcome back. Halftime here. Savages have got themselves in a hole, 17-0 behind the Poteau Pirates. Points off some turnovers. Savages did get inside the red zone twice, even down to the 2-yard line on one drive, but unable to put points on the board. And that's kind of been the story all year for the Pirates. If they can just, not a high scoring team, but they do not give up a lot of points, only allowing 16 per game. And Savages so far have 0. Here with Jonathan Calloway, our director, and also, I believe, the commander of the local VFW. Is that correct? And again,
Yes,
Monday, in case you didn't know, Monday, November 11th, is Veterans Day. And so we salute all veterans watching this program. All veterans nationwide appreciate the sacrifices you've made for our freedom. And, VFW is a huge part of that. And they're going to actually have, not just for veterans, this is open to the public, this event you're having this weekend. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Skip had to step out, so I stole the mic. I may not ever get it back, but that's fine with me. So tomorrow, we're actually at 10 a.m. We're going to be serving a free brunch. So before there's been breakfasts and dinners. This one we're doing brunch style, and so we're actually going to have food provided by the Red Bee. They're going to be doing some biscuits and gravy. Guacamole Brothers is going to be doing a breakfast taco bar. And then Fat Tabs is going to be doing a loaded hash browns mix. He hasn't really exactly told me what he's going to do, but it's Tab. He's going to kill it every time.
It's a surprise.
It's going to be the best surprise. And then Donut Theory here out of Broken Bow. Jacob Champagne's parents who own that, they're actually going to be donating 5 dozen donuts to the cause as well. We got door prizes from Pine Knot Outfitters as well as Weston and Co. And then we also have community sponsors that just donated street money. Yep.
Yeah, and you just talked about the two businesses you just mentioned are also part of the downtown. They're downtown Broken Bow businesses, so welcome aboard. But yeah, it's also nice if you have a brunch, then you can include breakfast, lunch, or dinner food. It doesn't matter. It's everything.
Exactly. Yeah. So that way we weren't just kind of pigeonholing it and just kind of turning anything donation wise down.
Yeah, if you want it. So if you ever wanted to eat donuts and barbecue, this is your chance.
Yeah, it really is. And if you want to play some cornhole, it's open to the public. So, veterans are going to be getting a free meal as long as their immediate family. But then they also get a free entry into a cornhole tournament for a $500 cash prize.
Oh, that's great.
That's going to start at 11 o'clock. But that tournament is open to the public. It's $40 a team for non-veterans. But that does include a meal. And if you're hungry, just come on down. We're going to have plenty of food. We're excited about it. And we're really excited just about sharing some opportunity and celebrating Veterans Day. So for all my fellow vets out there, thank you for your service, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, if not Monday.
Yeah, thanks so much. Of course, again, Monday is Veterans Day, and we normally we would have something on the week of Veterans Day, but this year, because of the way the games play, we actually this is the last this is the last week of regular season, so we don't normally have anything prepared for the week before Veterans Day. But again, thank you, Jonathan, for your service as well.
Yeah, and also thanks to Skip as well.
Yeah, Skip Copeland, Air Force, United States Air Force.
Sure, yeah, and I'm going to pass it on to Skip. He's getting mad at me. He's giving me the eye.
Anyway, Savages, Skip, we're going to talk
That is definitely not true.
Yeah, that's definitely not true.
Not the part about the Air Force is true. The part about me giving him that is not true.
Yeah, but Air Force, again, thank you for your service. And Savages trying to get some things done through the air. Had a great play, another Howell to Hall connection, and capped with a 15-yard penalty. But Savages once again unable to capitalize on those possessions, even inside the red zone. And that's been kind of the story of the night. 2 possessions inside the red zone, and that's that and the turnovers are the difference in this football game.
Tell of the tape, right? They got in the end zone, we didn't. That's all it is. Both of us had good possessions. Both of us, we drove once to the inside the 3, So we had a red zone position inside the 3-yard line. We had another one inside the 20 at the 9, I believe. We didn't score either time. So, you're not going to win many games.
Yeah, you got to have that. You got to be able to punch it in or at least put points on the board. Again, the Savages also, again, without your kicker for the previous 9 games, no longer with you, and so you've got to, you've got to score a touchdown basically. You don't really want to pick you don't want to put Berto out there on a wet field on a windy night in a high stakes game and say, go get some points from 25, 30. Well, this other one would have been a 40-yard field goal. It would have been near the record for Broken Bow. So, but anyway, Savages have their work cut out for them. They will get the ball to start off the second half. But
so, it's a pretty good draw too for second place. I mean, you're going to get a team with probably at least 3 losses. I think it's I had that. My short-term memory is failing me at the moment. I think it's Grove. No, Miami. Grove is in the 2 spot. I think Miami's going to finish in the 3 spot there.
Yeah, the best thing about being in second place is you don't play Wagner first round of the playoffs that Broken Bow did last year as a 4th place team. And
and that you play at home, but not that seems to matter tonight. So we are at home and we're down 17 here at the half. This is a must-win game. I don't know how to say it in any other way. It's you win, you're going to play next week, and if you don't, you're going to practice basketball.
Yeah, and so the Savages, you talk about you want the locker room talk. I did notice something that I didn't mention it as the team was walking to the locker room at the end of the first half. I noticed that Bailey and Allen, Quinlan Bailey, Jaden Allen, both seniors, out there talking to each other, talking to a couple of other members, and so they were discussing some things, and it was an animated conversation, but it didn't look like it wasn't like about you're in the wrong position or we got to do this. It was about, I think it pertained to the emotional state and what we have to do. Like, we're going to have to come out, we're going to have to stop these people, and we need to start doing it right now and get these other players up. So that those team leaders, those guys are probably in there, not just the coaches, not just the coaching staff. I think if you're a senior, you don't win, this is your last game. This is your last time to wear the black and gold in a football game. And so that may be what they're talking about in there. And again, Bailey is a leader of that team.
This is where it's happening right now. It's in that locker room. You've got to regroup, call it together. It's up to these players to execute, get back in this football game. 17 points is not unheard of. I mean, there's lots of 17-point comebacks. And the good news is we don't have to win by any special margin. We just have to win. So even if we tie the game and win it in overtime, we're going to the next round. That's what's at stake here. So it's really important for the Savages now to find a little bit of an emotional spark. They've got the offense back as the first half begins, and there you're seeing some of these senior players, Jaden Allen and Quinlan Bailey.
Yeah, those guys. And Allen, man, I tell you, it's one of the things that first half, Allen, despite the fact that I don't know if there was a misassignment on that outside play, but Jaden Allen has had a great first half, at least most of it. He's had at least 3 tackles for loss. He's come down the line of scrimmage. He's made some big stops, and so a great game from my perspective. And I'm obviously not watching him every play, but what I've seen of him, he's really getting it done there from the defensive end position. Another guy, Kyler Cupid, also did come out, but did not have with some kind of arm, I believe, injury, but obviously it didn't affect him too much. Got in on a couple of tackles as well. And the rest of these seniors also playing, what is hopefully not their final game. And so they are, again, it is a bit of it's not a desperate situation, but it is a critical one, 17-0. And so you do get the ball, but it is imperative that the offense takes that football and goes and puts points on it, preferably a touchdown on the board on this first possession. I will say that they got a great start to the last kickoff that they were actually able to return. Of course, with a penalty, one of them went into the end zone for a touchback, as did another one just off the foot of the kicker. But when Isaiah Fields did return that one, he set us up at about the 42-yard line. That was a nice return and almost broke a tackle and got down the sideline to get deep into Poteau Pirate territory. And so that's what, again, I guess, which side are they going to take? Is there much? The wind looks like it's died down a little bit, Skip.
I'm not sure, Chris. I think the Savages would probably prefer to have the wind at their back in the fourth period. If that's the case, then they would receive the football with their backs to the west end zone here in this second half. But I honestly have no idea.
Well, if they elect to receive, then it's the other team gets to pick the end that they wouldn't kick it in.
Well,
right?
that's correct.
Yeah, so
they're
going to Pirates.
The Pirates probably want to kick with the wind. So.
Because the wind may not be here in the fourth quarter. You don't know. Yeah.
Or it may be a bigger wind in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Savages have a lot of work to do. We're about 6.5 minutes from the second half action, probably more like 9 minutes because they'll take a 3-minute warm-up period. We're going to take a quick break here and listen to some royalty-free music. Here on the YouTube at Broken Bow Savages channel. We thank all of you for joining us tonight. Stay tuned. We'll have all the second half action in just a moment.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine. Brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. My time. This is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting. I never settled on play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day. Foot on the pedal, no brakes. 10, 9, paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7. Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. My shot clock goes tick-tock. Haters wish that I slip. No, I don't miss. MJ all hits. Watch me pop off, I'm the king now. Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. 10, 9. Paid all my dues, waited in line. 8, 7. Now it's about time that I take mine. 6, 5. King of the jungle, heart of a lion. 4, 3, 2, 1. Watch out, here I come. This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time. This is my time. This is my time.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. Second half action about a minute and a half or so away. That was just with a little bit of energy and enthusiasm there coming out of the warm-ups, Chris. Getting a big talking to here. It's Coach Jackson in the middle of the huddle talking to the team, but the Savages will receive the second half kickoff. We talked about the opportunity they had in winning the middle. Did not obviously weren't able to get into the end zone to get any points. Well, we've got a high-speed chase coming right through the middle of Broken Bow.
Wow.
It's a 3-4
Police vehicle. Well,
there's another one without any lights on.
Wow.
Not sure what's going on, but it is heavily engaged.
Boy, somebody picked the wrong night to do that.
We know
10 highway patrol officers here.
I started to say we know the highway patrol's not involved in the chase because we can see them.
Oh, man.
Savage kickoff return unit, that is, on the field. Savage is down 17-0. That's a 3-possession game for those of you scoring at home. We'll need to score 3 times. 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions would leave us 1 point behind. So that was a very, very important field goal. I will say that the Pirate kicking game is vastly superior to most teams in our district, if not all of them. This kicker is a very, very good kicker. Colin Adams, I believe.
Yeah, he put it in the end zone from the 40. I mean, that's a 60-yard kick.
Yeah, and he's kicking the extra points over there onto the roof of that house across the street.
In Antlers.
Yeah, in Antlers. Might have been exaggerating.
Yeah. Well, the bad news for them is that
I'm prone to hyperbole when I get on this play-by-play mic.
Yeah. They kick it to the far side back there at the deep. That's going to be Hall.
Adams' kick is deep. Wow, driving kick. Bounces 2 yards deep in the end zone. And this kid is fantastic. What grade's he in? Jonathan, see what grade he's in.
24.
Colin Adams, I believe, is the name. Senior. Okay. He's got a future.
Well, I noticed there's an article about Dax Collins said he was the first Poteau Pirate to sign with a D1 school in something like 27 years or 30 years. I think looking at this kid as a kicker, I think there may be another one this year.
It's hard to believe that the Pirates haven't put more D1 players out. They've had some really successful teams, particularly through the last 10 years or so.
Yeah, I think they might have been a D1 BS.
We've got in the backfield back there. Is that Cole Patrick?
It is Cole Patrick, number 22.
So we'll open the second half. Same lineup on the offensive line. Cole Patrick and Graydon Howell in the backfield from the 20-yard line. Hand off to Patrick. Feet cut out from under him, and down he goes at the line of scrimmage, second down and 10.
Maybe what they're hoping for with Patrick, first of all, he's a tough runner, runs straight north and south, again, east and west because of the convention of our field. But also, he's a guy that can run up through the middle, but is smaller than Bailey, maybe a lot harder to see, and so may be able to sell that fake or for that RPO or at least on play action with him.
Savages with doubles to both sides here. Bucky Baker and Dejon Hall into the home boundary. Howell fakes, looking this way. Slips, now reverses his field, rolling left. Now he's going to run it. 20-yard line, 25, first down yardage, and out of bounds at the 33-yard line goes Graydon Howell. And Chris, that's an example of a play that he probably takes to the house if he's on a good ankle.
Oh, he was just cruising out there. Again, so fluid, it looks like he's jogging, but manages to move the chains, pick up 11 yards like at will.
This is a very important possession, as they all will be in this half. But this is a possession in which the Savages need points. They're going to go with wow, look at this. We've got a flood to the right side here. 4 receivers. Tina Harrow on the line of scrimmage. Big rush. Numbers, and drops. And that was right into the hands of Rocky Baker. Savages had that play designed. The Pirates thought they had something going with a full blitz. If Baker catches that ball, he's got a lot of running room and 3 blockers in front of him.
Yeah, tunnel screen. He turned his head before the ball was completely brought in. A shame, but it does bring up second and 10. Nice to see that the pass was right on the money, too.
Again, execution. You have got to execute these plays. Pirates bringing 5 this time. Howell in some pressure. Now he'll roll, reverses his field, slips down to one hand, fires the ball up into the air, and it's picked off at the 49-yard line in Pirate territory. As the ball floated, Paul tried to redirect. No, that was Brannon. He tried to redirect, but lost footing himself His back foot slipped, and he was not able to defend the pass, even though the Savages were on offense. Another turnover by Broken Bow, this time at the Pirate 47-yard line.
And that's the disadvantage we talked about in the pregame. The Savages with a wide open offense throwing it downfield, but you've got a quarterback that slipped as he threw the ball. And then a receiver slipped trying to come back to it. And it just is, the weather's more conducive to the Pirates type of football. Savages need to get a big stop here.
Quickly up, everybody inside the box this time. The Pirates looking for numbers. Lead play, running straight ahead, across the midfield stripe, down to about the 46-yard line.
Again, and you said the key, looking for numbers, and they have them. I mean, they have basically everybody except for the quarterback and the ball carrier is a lead blocker on this play. You don't have stock blocking at a receiver. You've got three big guys in the slot, the fullback, and the I don't know what you call him. I guess it's a halfback over there next to the slot, but you've basically got a triple lead play.
Absolutely. And in that time, they didn't have any split receivers at all. All 11 players were inside the box. Same play here. 3 in the backfield, and one of them's number 66. Lead play. Nice play that time by Allen, fighting off the block and getting the ball carrier on the ground, but I believe he's across the line to gain. Yes, he is. 1st and 10 Pirates with 10:08 left here in the third period.
Yeah, you've got an offensive lineman. He's basically just lining up, getting an extra step or two, and then he's able to knock down another one of the defenders. That was a great play as Allen was already, blocked, but came off of it to make a tackle, albeit not until they'd already got a gain of 3 and moved the chains.
Pirates in double tight with 3 backs in the backfield, along with quarterback Sam Tekla, who's under center. One of the backs in the backfield is a lineman disguised as a fullback.
Not very well.
Now they'll break out of that. This time 2-back set. Now they'll go to the option inside, cross block handoff, and the Savages will wrap him up, Nokum, and again get him to the ground. But again, a big gain, Chris. 6 yards on 2nd and 10. No, that was 1st and 10.
That was 1st and 10. That's it. The play marker is wrong.
Yeah, okay.
They flipped it over, and they've left it at 2nd down.
Yeah, okay. 2nd down, and about 3 to go here, long 3 yards. The Pirates are on the move inside Savage territory at the 34-yard line.
Now, this type of offense chews up the middle of the field, as you see here in the mud, but it also chews up yardage and chews up the clock. Clock now under 9 minutes left in the third quarter.
1 back is set, handoff, jet sweep, slot back coming across, 14 again on the run. Fights forward close to the line to gain. I think he's just a bit short. As the Savages wrestle him to the ground, but the clock will continue to run. Ground and pound by the Pirates, and the Savages having trouble stopping this power offense.
That was a good job by Jacob Champagne as he came in there and actually ran into one of the lead blockers and stood him up back into another blocker, allowed kind of stop things up there, allowing teammates to get in and make the tackle. But not before they get very close to the first down. A foot away.
Yeah, they're very, very close. 3rd down and less than a yard here. This time they will split a receiver out wide right. They'll overload the power this time into the boundary. Quarterback sneak, 1st down Pirates. Across the 30-yard line is Tekla. They'll stop the clock with 8:11 left while they measure, and they find it to be enough. 1st and 10 as the chains move.
Again, that just right across, just a gain of 2, but it forces the chains to move, and the clock continues to run. 8 minutes now left in the third period. Savages, again, 3-possession game, going to have to get a stop here, and pretty quickly.
If you're joining us late here as we begin the second half, the Savages had the first possession, but threw an interception. The Pirates are on the move now on the ensuing possession. Jet sweep, handoff, good blocking out front, and a good play by Kyler Cupid to break off his tackle and get the back Waddell out of bounds.
Boy, was it.
Loss on the play of about 3, maybe 4 yards even. Nokum in there as well, along with Isaiah Fields. Quinlan Bailey coming out of that scrum as well. A lot of good black-shirted defenders that time stretching the field.
Kyler Cupid moving laterally with the ball carrier and his blocker actually was being held. Again, that happens on a lot of plays. It was on the inside of his jersey, but managed to get an arm out there onto the ball carrier and then use that to pull himself off of the blocker.
So double good news for the Savages there. They get the tackle for loss, and they get him out of bounds to stop the clock. So that's helping them in both ways. Quickly to the line of scrimmage, Tekla crossing, play action, looking for the receiver out in the flat. He's got him. spin move at the 30, but a nice open field tackle that time by Jacob Champagne, slamming him to the ground after a gain of a yard, maybe 2. That's all he's going to get. 3rd down and about 10 left.
And great defensive play. Champagne tackled his arm and the ball and just picked him up off the ground, body slamming him, but also pulling on the ball, almost stripped the ball out. Jacob Champagne's a thinking player, and that almost resulted in a turnover.
Clock moving down near the 7-minute mark here in the 3rd period. Quickly to the line, Tekla handing it off this time, following the lead play across the line of scrimmage. Not much there, a yard or so, and it'll be 4th and long for the Pirates. The Savage defenders getting it done here, and they'll hopefully be able to get the football back if they can make a big stop here on 4th and long.
Nice contact in the backfield by Bailey to make him not only alter his path, but also slowed him down, got an arm on him. Quinlan Bailey's he's playing like he has no injury at all.
Half facetiously, I'm going to say they might be in field goal range.
Half.
Yeah.
Yeah. They should just let him. They don't even need a holder. Just kick it off the tee.
He's got the wind to his back, and it would be about a 46-yarder or so. I'm not sure. I wouldn't let him try it.
I think I'd definitely let him try it.
I think they might be thinking about that.
No, I'd definitely let him try it. For one thing, it's the kid's senior year, right? So it gives him some views of college. Plus, right now it is a 3-possession game, but it's just 1 point over 2 possessions if you get 2. You make it a 20-point game, and you're talking 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go with it. Was that it's even though it doesn't make it a 4-possession game to score with a field goal, it does force you into a 3-touchdown game.
Yeah, and so I think that may be what they're doing. I don't blame them after watching that kid kick off.
Still got their offense in the huddle over there. So
on the other hand,
now there's some personnel moves in and out. Let's see if 24 is with them. He is
standing
not.
there.
That's the offense.
Okay.
Now that's the offense. Waddell. I don't see Tekla.
I don't see Tekla.
Yeah, I don't either.
They did run a double pass against Sallisaw.
So this is going to be a gimmick play. If it's not a field goal attempt, Tekla's in the huddle. He is. He's in the middle of the huddle. So this is their offense. I still would look for a gimmick play of some kind, hook and ladder, some kind of misdirection play, double pass.
Yeah, keep in mind number 2, that's Pierce Ballard is also a backup quarterback and can throw an arm. That's who they threw it to. They literally threw the ball backwards, and then he threw it downfield against Sallisaw.
You know what? They might just go power into the short boundary. Pushing outside. Yeah, this is some kind of tricky play here. They're going to fire the ball across the middle.
Great.
Savages have it covered, incomplete. That's going to do it on their possession, and the Savages will get the football back. 6 minutes, 11 seconds left. The Savages with the football one more time. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the offense in just a moment.
When I was 13, I was living in a drug hotel, and there was an elder that drove through asking if any of the kids were hungry. He ended up driving us to the Tule Indian Reservation. We would share meals together. It motivated me to honor indigenous communities in general. Now, for me to be able to share my art, my passion, my beliefs with the community, they support me. All of my blessings that happen to me in my art, I truly believe it's because I give.
See and share our stories at togetherwe'remore.com.
Bailey rejoins the offense this possession. The backfield along with Howell. They'll hand it to Bailey. Stutter step. Lineman at his feet. Bailey will go down. A loss on the play of about a yard or so. You're right, Chris. They're just completely keying on that. They know that Graydon is going to hand the ball. If he puts it in the belly of Bailey, he's going to leave it there.
That play has worked for the Savage all season. And Bailey did get down to about the 2-yard line early in the first quarter on that first drive, but it has not worked since then, as they are not at all worried about number 4 getting to the outside, although he did scoot to get a first down on a pass earlier.
Yeah. It interests me that we don't have a lot of sweep plays in our offense. Here's Hal rolling left this time. Rolling right, excuse me. Now he's going to tuck it and run. 30, 35, 40. Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. That's enough to move the chains. The Savages with a new set of downs. 5:28 left, third period. 3-possession game, but the Savage offense got something to work in now.
And you're right. That was very similar to that other play where they moved the chains. And, that's the one that Graydon Howell often takes to the house if he does not have that hobbled ankle. But he does move the chains. And, man, the kid's playing with the
I heard the number put out at 85%. I don't think that even looks like 85% of Graydon.
No. Well,
hats off to him for playing at all. Good job, Graydon, backing up, stepping up. Now he's got the ball outside, fires it out, but it's fired incomplete, out of bounds, intended for Rocky Baker, and the Savages will regroup on 2nd and 10.
It does stop the clock on the incompletion, though. Still 5:22 left to play in the third quarter. Brings up a 2nd and 10, though, and it's interesting that, they're targeting different receiver. They are double covering Hall on every play.
Yeah, they really are. They're bringing the safety over. They're playing a two-deep zone. Back here, it's the safeties. Just doubling up on whoever flashes. Graydon rolling left. Brandon was the intended receiver. He fell down. Now Graydon's in trouble in the backfield. He'll fire it out. Nobody in the vicinity. Baker is the closest player to him. And they'll say the ball fell short of Baker and be incomplete. No intentional grounding on the play. 5:11 left. Clock stops.
What down is it?
3rd down and 10.
That's been a prime down for the Savages twice earlier on this drive. So let's see if third time's a charm. 3rd down's a charm. I missed it, man. It was sitting there, and I missed it.
3rd down's a charm. You got it.
Okay.
You just crawled into it.
But yeah, exactly.
You leaned into it.
I did.
Bailey in the backfield, right hip of Howell. All in the short boundary. Looks like the blitz is on the way. Bounce pass to the quarterback. Now he's got to lose to the 50. Cross to the first line to gain. Now he'll go down at the 40-yard line. A nice job by Graydon, just tippy-toeing on that sore ankle, getting enough to move the chains as the ball goes into Pirate territory at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10, and we got some people slow getting up.
Pirates, I think two of the Pirate players collided. I certainly hope they're okay. They hit hard, and I think they hit helmet to helmet. So we are going to have a timeout. Oh, man.
We have an injury timeout as they attend to these Pirates. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Boy.
Experience the charm of downtown Broken Bow and discover a wide variety of newly opened shops, tantalizing dining experiences, and an inviting lounge waiting to be explored. Whether you're shopping for unique finds, getting in a quick workout or sauna, or soaking in the lively atmosphere with some ice cream, our downtown area has everything you crave, completely revitalized. Embrace the excitement and let the heart of the community sweep you off your feet. Visit us today and ignite your senses in downtown Broken Bow.
So it looked like helmet-to-helmet contact between two Pirate defenders, Chris, and the injured player is off the field. The other player that was on the ground was simply not moving because he had an injured player on top of him. So
yeah,
he stays in the game, but the injured player, number 10, will exit. Bailey's still on the field.
That makes the 3rd straight time we've moved the chains on 3rd down with Graydon Howell running.
He's a difference maker. When he's healthy, he is dangerous. When he's not healthy, he's still dangerous. Graydon in the backfield with Quinlan Bailey. Big blitz coming. Picked up. Rushing. Now Graydon rolling left. Will fire the football downfield looking for Hall. Man, how can you not throw the flag?
What is going on? The ball got there.
That is twice tonight that Dejon Hall has had someone hanging off of him and no flag on the play.
That's insane. It was a brilliant pass, too, because Howell looked like he was going to run it. And once the second defender came toward the line of scrimmage to stop Howell, he saw Hall was going to be open outside toward the flag route and just got tackled.
I don't think this crew understands what a pass interference penalty looks like. This twice we've had. You can put your body between the receiver and the ball. You cannot touch him. You can't put your hands on him.
And you certainly can't tackle him before the ball gets there. Oh my. Well, that's going to just be an incompletion. It'll be 2nd and 10. Still 4:47 left in the 3rd quarter. So Savages preserving the clock on this drive.
4:47 left is right. Savages needing quick score here. It doesn't have to be quick. I'll take that back. It doesn't have to be quick, but they need a score on this possession.
Touchdown.
Savages with twins to the wide side. Slot back. Looks like the blitz is on the way. Graydon sees them. Calls for extra protection. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Rolling to his right. Looking downfield. Firing the ball out. Sky Baker has it. 25. Inside the 25. Near the 20. Yes, to the 20. Stop the clock with 4:39 left. Move the chains. The Savages have a 1st and 10.
Isn't Sky Baker just an excellent possession receiver? He runs perfect routes, and he knows where he needs to get to move the chains.
It's a lot easier for Graydon, even though he's rolling to the onside, to his weak side in terms of his arm. he's rolling out. He stops and able to plant his feet, and he doesn't have pressure on him out there. He makes a great pass, and the Savages move the chains. See if we can get another one like that. Quinlan Bailey still in the game. That's Jacob Champagne slot wide to the split wide to the left side of the offense. We've got doubles into the boundary. Baker in the slot. Howell, quick pass outside. And, man, what a great defensive play by number 2 of the Poteau Pirates. That was a one-on-one tackle with our best receiver, and he stopped that screen.
Yeah, but I love that play. It's a shovel pass, so if it falls down, it's incomplete. It's not a pitch, and it's getting the ball into the hands of DeJohn Hall.
That was definitely a pass, no question about that. So what do we got here? Second down, a little more than 10 yards to go after that stop. Clock moving near the 4-minute mark here in the third period. Same offensive set. Baker in the slot left this time. Doubles to that side of the field. Pirates look like they're backing the backers out. They'll bring one of them. Now looking downfield. Now he'll roll to his strong side, backing up. Looking for some space. He's got pressure, and down he goes.
Ball's there. The ball's knocked loose, and they have it. That's a fumble.
Pirates have the football at the at the Pirates' 45-yard line. Another turnover. And the Savages, again, losing an opportunity to get points on the board with 3:41 left here in the third period. The Savage season slowly slipping away.
Along with the football, and that's one of the keys we talked about is win the turnover battle. Savages losing that, and that's the fourth one.
No love for the alliteration?
Yeah. I do love that. Slowly slipping away.
Savage season slowly slipping away.
There you go.
I don't like the words that I'm saying,
No.
but I'm liking the way I'm saying it.
Well, that's going to be that very costly fumble as it also takes the wind out of the Savages' sail.
Twin backs, handoff, lead play, left side. At his feet, can't get him. Out of bounds he goes inside the, hope he didn't make it across the 50, just inside the 50. They're going to spot it right at the 50-yard line, so a gain of 5 on the play, leaves 2nd and 5.
Does stop the clock. That extra yardage helps them a little, but stopping the clock helps the Savages, but desperately needing to get the football back. And it looked like I think that was Cupid that reached the hand, and he understands the situation here. He's trying to strip the ball.
Yeah, the Savages need the football back. I mean, they gave up that possession. Need the football. Pickle under. Handoff, A-gap, straight ahead, big hole. Pushing the pile, breaking through the second level. On a run by this young man, number 13.
Ball's on the ground.
And a loose ball. They did strip it away from him, and it looks like the Savages covered it. Nope, it's the Pirates that got back on it. Number 11, Waddell, downfield to get on the ball. But 13, Chris, making a tremendous run.
Well, you see that, and it was. He managed to maintain possession of the football, but everybody that tried to tackle him was trying to punch out the ball. And so instead of trying to bring him down, they were trying to knock the ball loose, allowed him to gain that extra yardage.
Savages looking at another 1st and 10 for the Pirates here. Inside the 25-yard line. One back in the set. Handoff. The Savages will meet him at the line of scrimmage. He'll break through that tackle near the 20-yard line. A gain of 2 yards, maybe 3. Let's give him 3. 2nd down and 7.
That was a nice job by Jackson Porter. I think he actually fought off a double team to get down there and either plug the hole up or get into the legs of the ball carrier. A big enemy of Brookable now, down to 2:37 left in the third period.
Hard to believe that a team that once averaged almost 40 points per game is struggling to score in this one. Tickla quickly. Handoff, jet sweep. Waddell outside to the 20.
Oh, what a great move.
And he's down at about the 17-yard line, let's say.
It was a great move by Jacob Champagne to avoid the block, get outside, and make the tackle from behind on the ball carrier, aided by, I believe, Sky Baker in there as well.
Third down and 3. Ball in the red zone. At the Savage 17-yard line. Savages desperately need to keep points off the board here. The game is not going to get back to them. Here they go. Under center. Handoff straight ahead, first down yardage. And it's going to be first and goal from the 10-yard line for the Pirate offense.
Yeah, it's just eating up the clock, eating up yardage. And now you got to think the Pirates are will get some points on the board. You like to limit it to a field goal, unless the ball's stripped. The Savages aren't trying to strip the ball. You can create a turnover.
Yeah, it's the hope here is that we can get a turnover because they're going to get a field goal out of this if nothing else. Clock moving, 1:14 left. The Pirates generating a lot of offense against this hobbled Savage defense. Loose ball on the ground. They get back on it. So first and goal from the 10 becomes second and goal from the 12 as the Pirates mishandle the exchange between center and quarterback.
Yeah, sometimes the ball's just not bouncing your way, and that describes the night for Broken Bow.
Pirates will have to snap it at least one more time here in the third period. As the play clock down to 20 seconds, the game clock still 35 seconds.
The Savages, again, looking to strip the ball. The clock is down to 9 now, though. This may be a delay of game. I don't know. Well,
now they're quick. Second and 12. Reverse handoff. 14 still on his feet across the 10-yard line down to the 9. And that's going to do it on the period. Pirates will have third and goal from the Savage 9-yard line when play resumes, but we will be in the final quarter of what could be the Savages' 24 football season. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back with the fourth and final period in just a moment. This is Savage Football, the Broken Bow Network.
At McCurtain County National Bank, we are continually seeking ways to meet the changing needs of our customers. We offer a full range of services such as free checking, online and mobile banking, as well as great rates on cabin and construction loans. We're providing results through better service while giving you a greater value for your dollar. Visit us on the web at mcnbonline.com. McCurtain County National Bank in Idabel, Broken Bow, Hochatown, and Valiant.
Oh no, are you okay, Mike?
Yeah, got a pretty big fender bender here.
Don't worry, State Farm's got you covered.
That's great to hear. Robin, what's going on?
We're gonna get you a tow truck, Mike.
Thank you. Real fender bender going on. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Fender bender. Everybody remain calm. No reason to panic.
Go with the one that's here to help life go right.
Check out the new location at 1605 South Park Drive for Jennifer Broaddus, State Farm Insurance.
And welcome back to Memorial Stadium. 12 minutes of football remain. Savages down by 3 possessions, 17-0 Pirates. The Pirates with the football, third down and goal from the Savage 9-yard line. Gilgin and Jackson Porter in the 3 techniques defensive tackle. On the outside, the 9s are number 63, Kyler Cupid, and number 38, Jaden Allen. Number 44, Quinlan Bailey. Number 9, Rocky Baker in the middle at backers. Jacob Champagne and Braden Williams. Nope, that's Corey Nokum on the field at the outside backers. Free safety is Sky Baker. Tyrantina Harrow and Isaiah Fields are the cornerbacks. Power look, everybody inside the box. Handoff, lead play, right side, breaking a tackle, into the left, into the end zone. Pirate touchdown.
Yeah, he just
That's
cut it
a nail in the coffin.
He just cut it back. I mean, he had good blocking. One Savage was, I believe it's defensive end. Might have been either Cupid or Allen. Was on the outside, got an arm out there, but forced him back in. But there was nobody on the backside to pursue it. And as a result, it's a Pirate touchdown.
It is indeed a Pirate touchdown. Point after attempt on the way. Snap, good hold. The kick is not going to make it out of the stadium this time, but it went through the uprights nonetheless. 24-0. The Pirates lead the Savages. 11:51 left now in the ball game, and this is desperation time for the Savage offense.
Well, desperation time. Plus, just you need to play with a little, for a little pride. The Savages have not been shut out. They have 0 points. This Savage football team has not been shut out since the last game of the 2022 season, which was in the first round of playoffs albeit against number 1 Cushing.
Yeah.
But haven't been shut out in the regular season in 5 years. The last time that happened, 14-0 loss to the Poteau Pirates, 2019. Wow. So
nice research there. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I remember those 2019 game particularly because they were 1 and 2 in the district fighting each other. Both had really good defenses and, pretty good offenses. But,
This is where it ends. It's been a wonderful season to cover, actually. The Savages, albeit the wheels have come off here at the end of the season, and you've got a lot of things to fix here, but the program is on its feet, and that's the part that we desperately needed and wanted, and that's what we have is a new head coach with a great offensive scheme, and the Savages need to keep building on what they've done this season. See if they can make it through a full 10-game schedule. There's the kickoff, driving kick. That was a different kicker, wasn't it? No, that's the same guy.
That's Fielded.
Fielded and on the move is Isaiah Fields. Down he goes, a nice open field tackle.
It's good understanding the situation by Isaiah Fields, though, is the ball's down in bounds.
Was that Fields or was that Baker? I couldn't tell. It was one of the two.
No, I think that was it might have been Sky Baker, actually. You're right, 7. I believe that is Sky Baker. Just ran straight up the sideline, get as much as nuts yardage as you can, get you set up in a little better field position. But Savage is going to have to go put it in the end zone quick here. They do have all 3 of their timeouts left, but there's only 11:46 left in this game.
Cupid, Jackman, McDaniel, Burris, and who was that? Jackman and Burris. Can't see who that is on
Jimmy
the right
Brown,
side. Must be Jackson Porter.
I think it's Jimmy Brown at the other guard.
I think it's Kaplan
I can't
Burris.
see.
I think
it is Kaplan Burris. You're right.
There's a handoff. No, it's a fake to Cole Patrick. They'll throw the ball back out to Braden Williams, and the Savage receiver will collect the ball there. But what a great play by the linebacker from the Pirates. As the Pirates Chris, have an answer for everything the Savages are trying to do.
I read that well, and a good catch, though, and a good job of concentrating as he was pounced upon immediately as when he touched the ball, but he managed to pull it in. But Williams only picks up a couple of yards, and that brings up 2nd and 8.
It does indeed. 2nd down along 8 yards for the Savage offense. Cole Patrick in the backfield. Brandon into the short boundary here. Twin receivers to the top. Braden, fake handoff, play action, looking downfield, fires the ball out, caught by Tarantina Harrow, blocking in front from Hall. Close to the line to gain. Did he get there?
Yes.
Yes, he did. He's still in bounds. The clock continues to run, but the chains will move. As it's a 1st and 10, they'll stop the clock momentarily, or they should.
Move the chains.
They should stop the clock to move the chains, but they did not. Not doing us any favors. And this is our stadium.
Well, they're going to get set up in a hurry.
4 receivers to the wide boundary this time as the ball's on the right hash mark. 5 receivers in formation. Pirates are probably bringing the backers with this 5 blocking scheme. They are. Al gets it quickly to Williams. And Williams is corralled after a short gain as he ran a little hitch route about 3 yards. Braden hit him in the chest. He made the catch, but that's all he got. 3 guys there to tackle him.
Well, and that's a pretty good defensive scheme by the Pirates as they realize there's only about 10 minutes left in this ball game. They're up 4 touchdowns, and so they're not going to allow the receivers time to get downfield. So they're just going to send a blitz about Howell, who, again, is not mobile. Well, he's as mobile as most quarterbacks are, but not mobile as he usually is, about 50%.
I mean, this season is essentially over here. You're playing for pride right now, so the Savages trying to get some points. Graydon scrambles, fires the ball out, caught by Tarantina Harrow at the 45-yard line, a forward to the 49-yard line. That'll move the chains, stop the clock with 9:40 left. Reset the chains, another 1st and 10 for the Savages.
I hand it to Tarantina Harrow as he weighs 145 pounds. He caught the ball, lowers his shoulder, and then drove into a DB that outweighs him by 30 pounds. Tough play by the senior.
Cole Patrick still in the football game. Williams out on the route. Now Al looks downfield, fires it out, in and out of the hands of Tarantina Harrow. Ball thrown behind him that time as he had to reach back behind him and get his hands on the ball, but it's incomplete. 9:22 left. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Let's stop the clock. As again, Howell under pressure was actually tackled that time immediately upon throwing the football. Got it out to the receiver. And
Savages with Williams, Baker, and Hall to the wide side. Brandon in the short slot. Short split, excuse me. Patrick in the backfield. That's McDaniel falling backwards off the football. That's 5 yards against the Savages. 2nd down and 10 becomes 2nd and 15 with 9:22 left in the ballgame.
And Kaplan Burris reacted a little bit of let's say, animation there at McDaniel. Again, McDaniel is the center, so
Yeah. McDaniel, he's a junior, isn't he?
he's a junior. Yeah, he started as a sophomore.
Yeah.
Tremendous player. Started at center as a sophomore last year.
Burris, on the other hand, is a senior and knows this is probably his final game. Now, quickly gets the ball out, back across the chains, but short of the first down as he's across midfield into Pirate territory. Let's call it the 47-yard line. Braden with a nice catch and a fall forward for a couple. 3rd down and 6.
And once again, the Pirates are going to, they're going to stick Pierce Bailey out there on Hall. That's a guy they're going to watch.
Braden, 3-step drop, looking back. Now he'll get into this, trying to find space and could not.
I just hope he gets up. He went down hard. And
it was all on the defensive line that time. They just were able to, the 2 defensive tackles were able to surround him, forced him to move up. When they did, he went down. 4th down and 10, the Savages.
I said Pierce, it's actually Pierce Ballard, but number 2 out there as cornerback is stuck in the back pocket of John Hall, and then they have the safety coming over the top.
Howell in the gun. Rolling left. Now he plants and fires the football downfield. Deep pass for Tinajero. Overthrown and out of bounds. Even if it would have been caught, it would have been well out of bounds. 8:08 left in the ball game. The Savages turn it over on downs. All the Pirates have to do now is take care of the football, and they'll move on to the postseason.
And you expect more of the same from them running up I don't even expect any misdirection where they'll take a chance on exchange football. They'll probably may just run it up the middle between the guard and
why would they do anything other than what they've been doing, which is all 11 players in the box, 2 backs in the backfield, if not 3, and just hand the ball off straight ahead, double lead, what you can. So far, it's been good enough. They scored last possession, and that's really all they did. It looks like the Pirates will be in the playoffs, along with the Hilldale Hornets, who are ahead of the McLean Titans right now in their football game. So it looks like the finish will be Ada at 1, the South Salt Black Diamonds number 2, and Hilldale number 3, Poteau number 4. Handoff inside, straight ahead. Savage defenders corral him. He's ahead for about 5 yards. On 1st down, leaves 2nd and 5 as the clock moves under 8 minutes left. Sonny Freeman will check into the football game, replacing Kyler Cupid.
Trey Williams in there as well, and then Williams in on that tackle.
Savages starting to do some substituting here. Kyler Cupid plays both ways, so needs a breather. Pirates taking all the time they can in the huddle. The clock down to 10 seconds here. Tekla just watches it.
By it, you mean the play clock.
The play clock, yeah. Handoff, lead play, right side. Looking for 1st down yardage. Bailey has him, stops him short. Trying to take the football away from him, but he does a good job of wrapping it up with both hands and holding on. It'll be 3rd down and very short yardage here for the Pirates, as their line to gain is just across the 40-yard line, and they are just short of the 40. They need a full yard, 1.5 yards here on 3rd down.
Yeah, Bailey wrapped him up, and then after he wrapped him up, was trying to pull that ball loose. I believe that Bladden Meddock also on the tackle there, linebacker position.
6:45 left, clock on the move. Savages down 24-0. Tekla with a snap, handoff. 1st down yardage, still running. The Pirates are punishing the Savages here on this possession. Every run is full contact into a Savage defender.
Again, hand it to Sky Bakers. He came up from the free safety position on run support. And even though he's a little taller, gives up about 25 pounds to the running back and did not have the momentum. But, yeah, that was a blow.
There's Jimmy into the football game, replacing Jackson Porter. Clock on the move, under 6 minutes now. The clock down to 9 seconds. 5 seconds. Tekla quickly up. Snaps it. No, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Penalty marker comes in on the inside. The Savages tackle him for a loss.
Well, that was Sonny Freeman getting across the line of scrimmage and into the backfield.
So that should have been a delay of game. They didn't call that, but they did throw a flag on the inside. That snap came after the play clock went to 0.
We actually
there is a penalty, but a delay of game would be a dead ball, and it would have stopped action.
Yeah, they let the play continue.
That's a crack block against the Pirates. So a chop block against against the Pirates. So what that means is that when a player was engaged up top with another player, someone went to the legs, and you cannot do that inside the tackle box. So
similar to the child's prank of having somebody kneel down behind somebody on the ground and pushing them over the top. Yeah. Although it can be from the front on a chop block as well. You can make contact from the front of the legs and the shins.
Step it off back to the 43-yard line in Savage territory. It'll still be first down, but it'll be first and 20 instead of first and 10. It's interesting that they take that penalty, Chris. That would have been 2nd and 14. Instead, it's 1st and 20, so we're giving them another down.
Yeah, they may be thinking that you don't want them to get another first down, so it's.
We're not going to score 4 touchdowns in 5 minutes.
Well, I think they just want another possession and try to get that goose egg off the board. But
all the more reason not to give them an extra play. But Pirates taking their time, under 10 seconds here. Clock approaches 5 minutes. Tekla under center, gets the snap away. Toss sweep, big blocking in front. The Savages will wrap him up. That looked like Bailey on the tackle.
That was Bailey, and he's fired up. He
knows it's his final game.
Well, I'll tell you what, he is going out the same way that he came into this squad. I remember the first, as a sophomore in the McAllister game, I said, "Who is number 44?" He is a hitter.
I remember texting you and saying, "Who is 44?"
Yeah, and I had to look it up. I said, "That's a sophomore named Quinlan Bailey." Man, he is. He likes to deliver a blow and is really good at it. It does knock him out of bounds and stops the clock.
These seniors were honored before the game tonight, along with their parents, playing in their final football game in a Savage uniform tonight. They've been a good bunch. They have really helped turn the program around. And at one point in this season, it looked like they were on their way to the first district championship for the Savages in quite some time. But unfortunately, we've had our struggles over the last 4 weeks of the season, beginning with the Hilldale game, which we actually won that game, but we played rather poorly in that game. But then since then, Ada, McLean, and now Poteau Pirates.
Oh, Jimmy Brown just ate up the ball carrier.
Tackle by Brown, tackle for loss there. As the ball goes back to the 42-yard line, timeout, Savages.
Skip, to echo your sentiment there, kind of poorly there. But yeah, I remember, of course, we've been around this program a long time, both play for it and as announcers. And talking to Rich Jones in those years, I believe it was when we were at KLOP TV, you interviewed him once about, what do you have to do to be successful, is when they were undefeated in district play in 1990 and continue that long winning streak after defending state champion. He said, well, a couple of things. You said you have to stay healthy and you have to, be a little lucky. Those things help. And the Savages just have not stayed healthy, which is key. And in fact, the two key players, one on offense, one on defense, in Quinlan Bailey and Graydon Howell, and that has made a huge difference. Again, maybe not in the Hilldale game, but certainly has the last 2 games. This one and the one against.
As sad as it is to watch a season end this way and see the careers of these seniors end, you have to look at the future and see the future's bright with a young coach like Maverick Lang, who brings in an offense, a very sophisticated offense that really has an opportunity to grow and put more of that offense in. We've seen it do fabulous things this year at different times. But tonight, not able to get into the end zone. But otherwise, we've scored over 400 points this year, I believe. So it really is a prolific offense. The Savages have got some work to do, though, in piecing this program together. To get a good off-season program going. Here's a handoff inside. 13 again, running hard.
He got the first down.
Yeah,
the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were back 20. Timeout Broken Bow. So the Savages now looking at 4th and 18 or so. No, it's not 18. 4th and 10. 4th and 10. Scoreboard's wrong. Yeah. So the Savages are looking to try to get the football back. They'd love to get some points here. And if nothing else, get some pride points. 36 left in the ball game. Savages down to their final timeout. Pirates on 4th and 10 will dial something up here and see if they can extend this possession. If not, the Savage offense will get another chance.
And just still, score hasn't changed. Hilldale still leading McLean 14-0 in the fourth quarter. So looking as if the
I want to say thanks to all of the folks that have joined us this season on this live stream. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. Fun team to watch and follow this year. An exciting team. The future is bright for the Savage program. Unfortunately, tonight is not going to turn out the way we had hoped, but you know what? Still Savage football. Gotta love them. My favorite team.
Mine too.
Tekla under center. Savages jump, and they'll give them 5. Now it's 4th and 5.
And that's the kind of thing that makes the coaching staff. Yeah. You got to conscious. You have to be. Again, these are it's actually the younger players that are in there are the ones that jump. But like, you got to be aware of where you're at and what's going on, and go on the ball.
It's about 5 yards. 4th down and 5 now. Makes it half as difficult for the Pirates.
Or twice as easy.
Same math, right? Split a receiver out wide left. Watching that play clock down under 5 seconds.
They tried it again.
Yeah, didn't work that time. They'll use one of their timeouts.
I did notice something so number 11, the receiver that comes across in motion, actually when he gets to the line of scrimmage, he actually dips down. Yeah, he doesn't just run smoothly. He makes a kind of a sudden dip movement, and that sometimes that could be considered illegal procedure.
Yeah.
I know if the defense did it, if one of our guys did, linebacker or something went and dipped down, then they would call us for simulating a snap or for doing something other. You can come up to the line of scrimmage, but you can't clap your hands or do anything like that. But their guy actually dips down on a beat to try to get us to jump off sides.
Yeah, looks like he slapped the quarterback on the side when he goes by him. Yeah.
But he dipped when he did it, which is
he dipped when he did it.
Yeah, he dipped when he did it. Saw it with my own 2 eyes through these binoculars.
Dipped when he didn't did it. Dippity-doo-dah.
Well, that's
so. The rains that were expected did not show up. The storms that we thought were coming may still, but they're not here right now. 4:36 left in the football game. Savages trying to stop this Pirate possession on 4th and 5. Strong into the short boundary. Tekla straight ahead, quarterback keeper. Did he get there? Boy, he's close.
Oh, he's close.
I think he got it.
It depends where he marked his
From where the step is, he's got it. He's going to do it.
4.5 minutes.
They'll stop the clock with 4:31 left, but it'll be a 1st and 10 Pirates here as Tekla was across the 25. They're going to spot him at the 23. He only had to get to the 24.
1 timeout left for the Savages.
They're going to measure, but that's not necessary once again, just like we saw earlier. Of course, any coach can demand a measure.
I think this is closer than that other one. But I think he got it by about a foot.
You think it's closer than the other? Yeah, I think it's closer than the other one, too.
Yeah, that other one was 2, 3, almost.
No, I agree with you. Yeah. I agree. It is closer than the other one, but he's got this one. And that was simply him stretching the ball out. He wouldn't have gotten it if he'd have kept the ball crooked in his arm.
Yeah, and that's why I said it depends on if his knee, where they marked it. And they gave him the benefit of that stretch, and I didn't see it. I mean, I'm not down there. I didn't see where the knee hit. I think they got it by about a length of the ball.
Yeah,
plus 2.
They have it. First down. 4.5 minutes left. Pirates can run a lot of time off now. They just can only stop it once and probably won't. Probably just let this go and get out of here. Got a hobbled quarterback.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you want to get that
They
zero
might
off.
They might send Blake.
I say you got a freshman quarterback that can throw it a country mile, and you got a freshman receiver that can get down there. You might want to at least just take a chance to. I agree with you. I do not think we'll see Graydon Howe back out on offense.
The Savages lost by plus 15 or minus 15 in our case over the last 3 weeks here. Cross handoff, straight ahead. Savages will wrap him up after a gain of a couple near the 20-yard line, and they'll let the clock run. Under 3:50 minutes and 50 seconds to go now here in the ball game.
Yeah, Maddock and Fields in there, or actually that wasn't Fields. That was a Sky Baker coming up from the free safety position on run support.
Pirates letting the clock move. Game clock at 3:35. Play clock under 20 seconds now. They're coming out of the huddle quicker than they were. No, they're not. They're just bringing their center and their wide out.
Yeah. Keep in mind, watch the snap. Don't jump.
End off again inside. A gap straight ahead. 2 yards, maybe 3. Inside the 20. Down at about the 18-yard line.
Maddock and Williams. Trey Williams. They're on the tackle. Maybe that was Ginn. That was 53.
Was Ginn, yeah.
Yeah, that was Ginn.
No, is that Ginn? No, Ginn's not out there. Ginn's right here in this huddle on the sideline.
Oh, well.
Who is it? Jimmy Brown and Trey Williams are in the game.
Oh, well, it was Williams then. I thought it was 53 that was in there on the bottom, though.
Who is this out here on the left end?
That's Ginn.
Yeah, okay, it is Ginn. He is in the game.
Running to the outside boundary and gets, leveled by Champagne.
Stretch in the field, and the Savage will collapse it out there and force another 4th down situation. Clock stops with 2:18 left here. Clock must be a timeout. The only way to stop it right now would be the Savages taking their final timeout. That's what happened.
Literally their final timeout.
We'll see Tarantino Harrow and Corey Nocum still on the field. He's a senior. Jacob Champagne and Quinlan Bailey are seniors. They're all still out on the field. Reese Hoover, who's been injured the last 3 weeks, he's on the sideline. He's a senior as well, playing his final game.
Fantastic offensive lineman.
You got, who am I leaving out, Chris? Those Kyler Cupid on offense and Kaplan Burris, Reese Hoover, those are all seniors.
Oh, yeah. You're just talking the seniors on the team.
I'm just talking about seniors on the team, yeah. People that are playing. Jonathan Swartz.
Did you talk about your Rocky Baker?
Jonathan Swartz, who has been a big contributor in practices all year. He's playing in his final game.
Yeah, Corey Frazier.
Corey Frazier is a senior. That's correct. Rocky Baker.
Kaplan Burris. You already mentioned him, I think.
I did, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, to mention again, we mentioned earlier, but Kaplan Burris is a state champion. He was on the esports state championship team last week or the week before last.
Football manager Miley Trent, also a senior. 2:18 left. Clock will move on the snap. 4th down and about 3. Long snap. Hard count. Nobody moves. Pirates will take a timeout.
So on that hard count, number 15, who is bouncing across there to the other slot, is clapping his hands as he's moving. He's gesturing with his hands while he's doing it.
If you're asking me to defend these referees, you got the wrong guy. If you're asking me to defend any referees, you got the wrong guy.
I'm not familiar, but I think that is against the rules.
You're right.
Especially when they're trying to get Romo to jump off sides.
No, it is definitely against the rules. You can't simulate a snap. Tough night for the Savages. Not an especially big crowd on hand, but that's kind of expected in bad weather. But still, the Savages, a tough way to go out. The shutout on the board right now, 24-0.
Well, I think it is also tomorrow. Isn't tomorrow the start of a muzzleloading season or something like that? Saturday is not.
Muzzleload season already been underway. I don't know actually what the gun season rules are now. Next week gun season.
It's next week, gun season. Yeah, I just remember when we used to do the games.
Yeah,
they would be here the first half, and then everybody would leave in orange.
I remember. There's a handoff on 4th and 3. He didn't get there.
Nice
Savages are going to get the football back here for one final go. It looks like they're going with their first offense here.
Yeah,
so they're going to try. They want some points here. They don't want to go out with a shutout. Braden Howell is in the huddle. There's Jackman, Cupid, Burris, McDaniel, Porter, Williams, Brannon, Frazier. The Savages will have 2:12 to work with. And they have the football, 1st and 10, inside their own 15-yard line. Nope, just outside, excuse me.
2-minute drill.
Football just outside the 15-yard line. So the Savages a little less than 85 yards away from the end zone. They've struggled all night to get in the end zone, but they have put together some good drives. They just have not ended in points. Braden Howell limping noticeably on his way out. Savages with everybody out in the splits, 5 receivers. Nobody in the backfield. Howell with pressure in the end zone. He's going to have to do something with it. He fires it downfield. That's probably grounding.
If he's in the end zone, it's a safety. Ground in the end zone, it's going to be a safety.
Yeah, that's going to be 26-0.
Well, Rocky Baker was, but a good point. Jonathan Gallery said Rocky Baker was out down there in the.
They did throw a penalty marker, though. Let's see what happens. They're going to wave it off, or they? Oh, wait a minute now. They're looking at
defensive holding.
Yeah, they're looking at Poteau.
I think it's defensive holding on against Hall, which they've done several times. But
I never saw an indication. Did you? Did you see an indication from the?
No, but I saw him pointing toward the.
But they just brought the ball back, 2nd and 10. The flag that they threw, they picked up, didn't wave it off.
Yeah, Jonathan pointed out that Rocky Baker was there in the vicinity where the ball was thrown.
Yeah, well, they should have waved the flag off anyway. It's just so we can see it.
I don't think we're at that level.
No, well, I'm going to be with you on that. Here's Graydon with some pressure. Fires it straight into the hands of the middle linebacker, and that's going to be points after all. 30-0.
Well,
1:53 left here in the football game, and 30-0. The Pirates lead the Savages.
Well, this is maybe inappropriate for precipitation, but when it rains, it pours. And that was, again, the sophomore quarterback trying to make something happen and trying to find, again.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity for critique. But that's the coach's job.
Yeah.
Let them look at the film and dissect what went on, especially over the last 3 or 4 weeks of this season, and hopefully find a way to prevent that from happening. The Savages, looking ahead, Chris, the Savages clearly have some work to do on special teams. That's the first place that I would look, is that, how can we develop a better kicking game? How can we get something developed to where we do have the threat of kicking a field goal? We do have the threat of kicking the football through the end zone. There's got to be kids that are in this school district that have that ability. We've got to find those kids and develop it. The same thing with getting kids out for football. Bigger kids that can play linemen. Big kids that have some athleticism that can play in the skill positions. Find some receivers for Graydon Howell to replace these ones we're losing. Rocky Baker's graduating. Tarantino Harrow's graduating. But you've got
Jacob
some guys.
Champagne's graduating.
You've got some guys coming back, though. Some guys that we can build on. Dejon Hall's back. A.J. Brannon's coming back. Braylon Williams coming back.
Williams really found his way into the game plan tonight. He's had about 3 or 4 receptions.
31-0. The Pirates lead the Savages, and they'll kick it off one more time here with 1:53 left in this football game. Big, strong kickoff. There will be a return. Tina Harrow at the 18-yard line to the 25, and he's corralled there.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I saw the way, literally, they had a corral around him. 3 guys surrounded on 3 sides.
28-yard line, 1st and 10. See if Blake Skelton's in the huddle there, so we'll see the Savage second unit here.
He is.
I think he's in the huddle. He's at least standing next to the coach. We'll find out whether he's going out into the offense or not. He's not. Going to leave Graydon Howell in the game.
Graydon Howell is going back.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I saw something that I don't know if I picked up a camera, but saw Coach Mav patting Howell on the back of the helmet when he sent him back in the game. And
yeah, you don't want to end on an interception pick 6. Let him throw another pass.
That's right.
He's going to fire it way down. No, he's not. He's coming across. Intended for Braden Williams, it looks like, and It's going to fall incomplete.
Skip. Ed, Jacob Champagne was at the 20-yard line. He was about 55 yards downfield on the opposite side running off the coverage, and that's the way that play's designed. He runs off his guy, so if they do complete that to Braden Williams, they don't have anybody over here to stop him. Not only is Graydon Howell not throwing that pass, I don't think Tom Brady or Arch Manning can throw that pass.
Right. Second down and 10. Loose ball on the ground. Graydon picks it up. Back to the 15-yard line. Now running down the sideline. Going to stop out of bounds at about the 35. So a gain of about 5 yards. He ran about 35, and he got 5 in positive yardage.
And just looking at him run on that, and he's
got 6.
He's gimped up. You can tell that ankle, but he had such acceleration just coming across, outran 2 or 3 guys. One defender breathing down the back of his neck and wound up by the time he crossed the sideline, the boundary. He was 10 yards ahead of him.
Savages with third down, and we're going to give him 6 there. 3rd and 4 here. Minute 25 left in the ball game. Howell, straight drop back. Savages doing their best to protect him. That's probably a hold that didn't get called. Pass is complete. Jacob Champagne, the senior, making another grab. Gets to the 45-yard line. That'll move the chains with a minute 16 left. The Savages have a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line, still in Savage territory.
You're talking about players that develop. Let's talk about Jacob Champagne and the job he's done this year. Man, what a great player. I mean, he became a huge hitter on defense and a key player on offense as well.
Really did. A major contributor this year. Braden dropping back, firing the ball, a crossing pattern. Tyrantina Harrow in and out of the hands of the senior Tyrantina Harrow, and that'll leave a 2nd and 10 situation, a minute 5 left in the football game.
Harrow, another player that has really developed from last year. I mean, he was, did start both ways, but he just, again, toughened up, sticking his shoulder. Again, he's 145 pounds. Great athlete, but a hitter on defense, sticking his shoulder into ball carriers, and a fantastic catch 2 weeks ago.
Howell rolling right. Looking for some space. Ball's knocked out of his hands. Is that a fumble?
He had his arm going forward. That's going to be an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass is what it's the call. 55 seconds left. 54.9.
That was quick thinking by Hal as he sensed or he either sensed or saw through peripheral vision the guy behind him about to wrap him up and just made a quick sidearm forward motion with his arm to prevent the sack and or the fumble.
3rd down and 10. Savages looking for some pride points. Be nice to put a touchdown on the scoreboard here as the season ends. Braden dropping straight back, looking outside, fires across the middle. Tina Harrow this time with the grab. And the senior will add to his career statistics with that grab as he goes inside the Pirate 40 down to the 37-yard line. That'll move the chains with 48.6 seconds left. The Savages are in Pirate territory, 1st and 10.
8 yards after catch, good move straight upfield by Tenahero following the catch.
Patrick in the backfield. Howell looking for Patrick. Now he'll fire the ball instead to Hall.
Wow.
And it's overthrown as Hall was in a foot race with the cornerback of the Pirates. Ball about 3 yards ahead of him and couldn't get there. 34.3 seconds left, 2nd down and 10.
Hall threw that ball without a step forward, just flat-footed from the 50-yard line, and it hit the goal line where the G is. About 60 yards through the air.
34 seconds to work with here. 2nd down and 10. The Savages trying to get some points. Playing for pride. Savage season will end. As they fire the football across, Dejan tips it, and it's picked off, and that's going to do it. Still on the move. Is this going to be a pick 6? Could be. Can Graydon get to him? Yes, he does. Gets him down. It'll stop the clock with 17 seconds left. The Pirates will kneel it one time, and they'll play next week.
All getting congratulations from a couple of handshakes with a couple of the Pirates over there. They know what condition he's in his ankle, but he still, after throwing that, ran all the way to the boundary to prevent a pick 6. And
I don't think we'll see anything but a safety formation here and kneel down by Sam Tekla or whoever's in the game.
Yeah.
Sam Tekla is still in the game, yeah. This will do it. 17 seconds left. The snap, and the clock will move. The teams will shake hands. The Savages turn in their gear. The Pirates will move on to the first round of the playoffs, which will be a trip to Wagner. Not an enviable position to be in, but one that certainly is better than the alternative. 31-0, the Pirates defeat the Broken Bow Savages. Thanks to Zach West, as always, a fine job on the camera. Beautiful shots tonight by Zach. Jonathan Calloway giving us the switch, the old switcheroo. Yeah, and on the mic at halftime. That's right. I didn't authorize that though. No. Yeah.
Improvised.
Well, that's a tough way to end, Chris. 31-0 shutout is not the way you want to see the season end, not the way you want to see the careers of these seniors end.
Yeah, but they have to be proud of the way they played in the season they put together before that. Of course, you're fighting injuries. You have guys coming back that are at 50% speed, and again, wanted to play. Both Great Hal and Quinlan Blake wanted to play in this football game. I mean, absolutely. Both of them injured, did not play the second half last week, and they're going to play this week. It was something they wanted to do, wanted to be out there, and they made a huge contribution. Quinlan Bailey, again, probably led the team in tackles tonight, as he has all season. For these seniors, I mean, you've had quite a journey here, and you're always going to be part of that Savage football family. We're proud of the way you played, and some great wins this season too.
Yeah, I was waiting on the Savages to go to the fight song, but that didn't happen. You can't have a tradition if you're not going to do it. The band's going to play the fight song anyway, but the team does not feel like participating.
No, they're walking. No, they're walking over there.
There they go. Fine. I think the coaches must have said something to them because this has been something that we've done all season. So,
yeah, and that's
any final thoughts here on this one, Chris?
Well, you know that feeling if you're a senior and you realize, I mean, this is it. It's their last time. It's the last time we're in that helmet with the arrowhead on the side and those pads. It's a sad moment, and a lot of emotion goes in there. And so sometimes I think that's maybe why they didn't immediately go over there, because seniors are realizing, this is it. Again, going to participate in other sports and always have the memory of being a Savage, and that's something that you are forever. I like the traditions they've started, and this is something that the seniors of this year will be able to say, as these traditions they've started are going to continue, for probably the rest of the Savage football program, and they can say, we were there at the start. We're the ones that started that, and so that's one mark of pride. Again, love the way that they came out and played early in this season. Again, McAllister losing by 9 points or 11 points, I can't remember, but to a McAllister team that is ranked 5th in 5A and going into the playoffs, had a huge win over probably the best Ida Bell Warrior team we've seen in 30 years. And beat them 42-21. I mean, just a tremendous game. And
you go back to beginning with Ida Bell and go all the way back through probably the first half of Hilldale. That was a great stretch. The team really looked exciting. We thought they were going to win the district. But unfortunately, it ends tonight, and we'll move on to our basketball season. Our media partners will still be with us. We'll still have free live streaming coming to you as a lot of these kids will be on the basketball floor. A.J. Brannon and Graydon Howe, namely, or two.
Sky Baker.
Sky Baker, that's correct.
Yeah, and hey, good luck to the Savage cheer team tomorrow at game day too, because they'll be participating in less than 14 hours from now. They start in the morning, right?
Well, and you've got our sporting clays. We had a qualifier on sporting clays going on to the state tournament as well. So we've got lots of guys, lots of people participating in different events and having opportunities here to excel at Broken Bow. Unfortunately, the football season will end tonight. The final score, the Poteau Pirates 31, the Broken Bow Savages 0. My name's Skip Copeland.
And I'm Chris Chandler.
Once a Savage.
Always a Savage.
I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line. There ain't no doubt in my mind, beating the buzzer like, this is my time, this is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it, ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going, there ain't no coasting, I never settled on play.